left. Out goes Machado. Can't get it. Around from second comes Saltalamacchia. The Red Sox will take a 4-3 lead. Mike Cart with a pinch hit single to put the Sox on top. Another dramatic night from Fenway Park last night. Hi again, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo, joined by Hall of Famer Dennis Eckersley and Eck. We've seen a lot of those this season and a lot of pinch hit victories for the Red Sox.
Well, it takes a hit like last night by Carp to give the pinch hitting some attention, and it should get the attention. They've done some damage down there. We all remember about Gomes hitting the 2 walk-off home runs, but you see what they've done. They've hit 6 all year. That leads the league. The 10 extra base hits leads the league, the RBIs. And, this thing it doesn't get the kind of attention that it deserves until last night. A big hit like that wins a game for you deep into the season.
Now, the Red Sox have had a lot of those moments this season and hope for another tonight as they try to sweep the Baltimore Orioles. And tonight they'll send their lefty ace on the mound, John Lester, on the hill as he goes after his 13th victory of the year. We'll come back and talk some more John Lester right after this. Between the Orioles and the Red Sox. Welcome back inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo, along with Dennis Eckersley. And Eck tonight, John Lester takes the hill for the Sox. Started the season very well, and then not so good. But lately, he's been good once again and a little bit more consistent.
Well, it's been like that for him. He started off the season so good, and there was a lot of rocky periods of time for John Lester. But after the All-Star break, he's had maybe one bad start, and the last 4 have been dynamite. You see the 1.24 ERA. He's back to being the old John Lester. Last time out against the Los Angeles Dodgers, they gave him 4 runs to work with, and this is a guy that we want to see, commanding the strike zone, the outside part of the plate, breaking balls, outside part of the plate. Everybody knows he's got that cutter, but his command has been back and forth. But these last 4 starts have been dynamite, and hopefully he can continue this because this rotation has been as good as anybody's.
Well, a huge game for the Baltimore Orioles, who had dropped the first 2 games of the series while the Red Sox go for the sweep. Orioles just trying to grab a win, and tonight they send a very good pitcher to the mound. Chris Tillman is 14-4 with a 3.66 earned run average. We're back with the first pitch from Fenway right after this. By Kia of New England. The all-new 2014 GMC Sierra. McDonald's of Boston. Toyota's official website for deals via Toyota.com. Dunkin' Donuts. Your Northeast Mazda dealers. And by Southwest Airlines. Welcome you back to a cool Fenway Park tonight with a breeze, in fact, that is currently blowing in here to begin the ball game, and it has cooled off here quite a bit. It is kind of a raw night here at Fenway, but right now precipitation free, although cloud cover, as the Red Sox get ready for Game 3 of the series against the Baltimore Orioles and trying to make it a clean sweep of the O's here tonight at Fenway. Before we get it started, let's send it down to Jenny Dell.
Well, Don, you mentioned it, but the numbers are just outstanding. If we take a look at last night's win, it was the 20th win in the last at-bat, the 30th comeback this season, and it was Mike Karp last night who got the call. So many people stepping up to the plate, but Karp came in for Xander Bogaerts. As we take a look at our Geico quote of the day, he said, "It's part of how we work as a team." He wasn't upset about it. I'm going in there trying to get the knock. I've been in that situation a few times this year, having big games where you come up with a few hits and still getting pulled out of there. It's just the way our team works, our dynamic works. Don, manager John Farrell said this team does not quit until the 27th out is made.
Well, it's been a true key this season. All the walk-off wins the Red Sox have had, last at-bat wins, and I guess when you're a team that goes deep into the playoffs, you look back in the season, and these kinds of things happen during the regular season.
Oh, yes. You talk about walk-offs, you come from behinds like they've had. And then last night, how can you question that move? Here's a rookie Bogaerts at the plate. I mean, he's going to get pinch hit for, especially the kind of year that Karp has had. And Karp was supposed to start tonight, but I don't know what happened. He must have tweaked something. But there's been so many things that have gone right for the Red Sox. I mean, it's really been an incredible season up to this point. You just hope that it continues.
Some left shoulder irritation. The reason that Karp is out of the lineup tonight and just scratched a little while ago. He was in the original starting lineup tonight, so the Red Sox reshuffle a little bit, and Karp not in the starting lineup. It'll be Nava at first base instead, and Gomes in left as the Red Sox take the field tonight at Fenway. As they do, let's check out the Baltimore Orioles starting 9 tonight. Leading it off in left field is Nate McLouth, with Manny Machado at third base batting second. Adam Jones in center field bats third, with Chris Davis having a terrific year at first base. And in the cleanup spot, Matt Wieters does the catching, with J.J. Hardy at shortstop. Nick Markakis in right field bats seventh. Danny Valencia is the DH eighth, and Brian Roberts batting ninth for the second straight night. He led off in the first game of the series. Now let's head down the road with FW Webb and look at the season numbers for tonight's Red Sox starter John Lester. His 28th start of the year, 12-7 with a 3.97 earned run average, 172 in the third innings, has 141 strikeouts. Opponents hitting at 254 against Lester, and last time out, very good against the Dodgers, going 7 1/3, giving only up 1 run in that outing, 6 strikeouts, and did walk 4. Red Sox defense brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Middlebrooks, Drew, Pedroia, and Nava left to right here in the infield. In the outfield, Johnny Gomes in left, Jacoby Ellsbury in center, Shane Victorino in right. And Jared Saltalamacchia does the catching for John Lester tonight. Red Sox 9th in fielding percentage in the American League. Tim McClelland has the plate. The crew chief calling the balls and strikes tonight, with Marty Foster at first base, Wally Bell at second base, and Marvin Hudson is the umpire at third. Tonight's game is available in Spanish by pushing the SAP button on your television remote. Enjoy the game. Now the Red Sox hoping that the weather holds up here tonight. It is 63 degrees to start the ball game. Breeze in from right at 12 miles per hour, and the forecast is for partly cloudy. And right now it is entirely cloudy above Fenway Park, cloud covered. Well, later on, Eck will have to ask Fox Connecticut's meteorologist, who is going to join us, Rachel Frank, more about the weather situation here tonight. So far, so good.
This has been the worst day they've had probably in the past couple.
Well, Nate McLouth standing in to get it started, as McLouth, Machado, and Jones here in the first inning. There is strike one, and we're underway.
Well, you talked about it. Lester's been on a roll his last 4 starts, and the reason why? Commanding the strike zone, especially with that fastball.
The 0-1 pitch is up top, and it's a ball and a strike.
Kind of funny here. This is only his 10th start at home. This is his 28th start. Only 9 coming in. Kind of weird how it's worked out for him.
He's always pitched very well here when he does pitch at home and falls behind 2-1.
Well, this is the club that he owns. If you think about it, 15-2. I mean, my goodness,
it's unbelievable.
He was undefeated for the longest time.
Clouthu is swinging a miss, and it evens at 2-2.
Oh, that was a pretty pitch.
One of those numbers you were talking about in his career against Baltimore, 2.72 earned run average. Low for ball 3, full count.
Trying to throw that front door cutter, missed with it.
Manny Machado waiting on deck. In the air to shallow right center. Pedroia ducks back from second base and makes the catch for the first out of the ball game. So Nate McClouthu is retired, and that takes us to Manny Machado. Well, Machado starting the night hitting at 296 coming in. He's had another very good season to follow up last year's first appearance in the majors. 12 homers, 62 runs batted in to go along with the 296 average. Lester's numbers here at Fenway against Baltimore, 7-1 with a 2.74 earned run average. And a strike over the outside corner.
And that's the pitch I'm talking about. He needs that pitch all night long. And he's good at his arm side.
94 miles an hour and just grabbing that outside corner. And there have been times, Zach, where it appears he has sort of fallen in love with his cutter. And sometimes it's not going as well as you'd like, but lately it's been going pretty well for him again.
A lot of times they just spit on it. See him beats him right there with a fastball. He's throwing the ball hard tonight. But, you know, they right-handed hitters have a tendency to give him that outside corner. You see that fastball, he's sort of trying to fight it off. He beat him bad on this. But there's a time to throw that cutter. I mean, you want to put somebody away with 2 strikes. But a lot of times it's a ball. You're going to get behind in the count. He's strong tonight. Ball's coming out of his hand.
Missed on that delivery, but 95 miles an hour. 2-2 the count. Machado gets that back leg out of the way and a pitch down and in that runs the count full here, 3-2.
You like to see Lester get through that first inning. Remember in San Francisco they had a 6-pitch first inning and he was on his way, and he's had some trouble in the first inning in a lot of his starts. You can say that about a lot of pitchers. You know, if you can just get through that first inning, get on a roll. He got 4 runs to work with in Los Angeles last time.
And that is going to miss outside, ball 40. Walks Machado. You can help us by taking a quick 2-minute survey. We'll give you the chance to have dinner and watch a pregame show with TC and one of our all-star analysts in the NESN studios. Visit NESN.com/survey during tonight's game for your chance to win. A one-out walk here to Manny Machado, and it brings up Adam Jones. 295, 27 homers, and 95 runs batted in. That's a strike over the outside corner. Gets credit for that.
Well, that'll help. Yeah, there's a lot of guys that don't have very good numbers, obviously, because he's been so dominant against Baltimore. But you see Jones, he's been up close to 50 times, 48 at bats.
Jones an all-star for the 3rd time in his career this year. First time he was voted by the fans as a starter. And let's put together another very good season for Baltimore. He's approaching 100 RBIs, coming in with 95. There are the numbers you spoke of against John Lester. Late swing and foul over by the Red Sox dugout. I've seen a few of those.
I mean, there's a conscious effort right now from Lester trying to dot that outside corner early on. This ball's off the plate. Gonna hurt somebody.
And the Tampa Bay Rays have already lost today playing day baseball against the Angels. So the Red Sox started the night with a 3-game lead over the Rays. Swing and a miss. First strikeout of the night for John Lester. 2 down.
I'll tell you what, he's got some hump tonight. You talk about a ball coming out of his hands. He can't get to this. This ball's up and by him on.
And the first strikeout of the night for John Lester. And 2 down here in the first inning for Chris Davis. John Lester's key matchup is brought to you by People's United Bank. And Davis just 2 for 19 in his career against John Lester.
This guy is such a different hitter this year. You've seen him so much more patient at the plate. Last night he hit 3 bullets. No wonder they went to the bullpen with Breslow.
Inside, yeah, it was kind of an interesting move at the time. John Lackey, not a pitch count that had reached 100 yet. And he did have some trouble with Davis prior to that, but you can see where Lackey really wanted to stay in the game last night.
Yeah, sure he did, but he had trouble, a lot of trouble. A double bullet first time up. He took him over the bullpen and hit a line drive to right field. 3 shots off of him. And the only reason why he's complaining it is because of the pitch count, right? Because he hadn't got to 100 pitches yet. But to me, it was a good move. I mean, it turned out the right way, and it's all about the team right now. You can be worried about getting your starter a win at this point.
It's a different time of the season.
Totally.
Than perhaps maybe the way they would have handled it in April or May. 2-0 pitch is in there for a strike. 2-1.
You hear John out there grunting and painting.
Now, what a plus it would be if he could continue this string of what would be 5 straight very good starts. Only at the right time of the year as you head down the stretch run after the terrific start that Lester had, and it's even now at 2-2.
Boy, he is moving his fastball around. I like what I see early on from him. He painted the outside corner. Look at this one, just no chance down and in. That's not even a 2-seamer. That's gas. But this guy is a horse. I mean, let's face it. Lester, he went through some bad spells this year, but look where he is right now.
Swing and a miss, and he strikes out Davis. That was impressive. Jones and Davis both down by way of the K.
Up, Johnny.
1-2, 1-2. Batting order is brought to you by New England Chevy dealers. Now Jacoby Ellsbury leading it off in center field with Shane Victorino in right. Dustin Pedroia at second base bats third. David Ortiz at DH. Daniel Nava at first base for Boston with Johnny Gomes in left field. Jared Saltalamacchia does the catching, bats seventh with Stephen Drew at shortstop eighth. And Will Middlebrooks back in the starting lineup tonight as he was in game one of the series as he bats ninth. Now for the Orioles, Chris Tillman on the mound. His season numbers are brought to you by Nissan. 27th start of the year, 14-4 coming in, 133 strikeouts in 160 innings. He's walked 57. Opponents hitting at 242 against him. Last time out against the Oakland A's, a no decision, but nothing because of anything he did. 8 innings, giving up 1 run with 9 strikeouts. Ended up with a no decision against the Athletics. Now Jacoby Ellsbury, some question as to whether or not he would start tonight after leaving last night's game. But he is in the starting lineup and apparently okay. In the area right above the foot and where that protected pad is, found space there between where the pad was.
Took him a long time to get back into the box and got a big base hit, stole the bag, scored from second base that where a lot of guys couldn't have scored on that to tie the game. But I'll tell you, tonight's about the Baltimore Orioles and this kid on the mound. If this kid is their ace, he's got to prove it. He had a great game last time out against Oakland, but he's had the Red Sox number. But there is pressure on this kid. Baltimore cannot lose. It's a big game for Baltimore.
This is just the beginning of the trip. They still have to go to New York. I mean, this is not an easy trip for them at a tough part of the year.
They're going to be on the outside looking in because they're going to New York. They're going to beat each other up. Then they got to go to Cleveland, who's in this wild card race. But you cannot come in here and lose 3 in a row.
This one dribbled down the third baseline, and Ellsbury's going to cruise into first base with an infield hit. Almost like a bunt right there for Ellsbury. He reaches on the infield hit. Let's check out the Orioles defensively tonight. It's brought to you by Verizon Fios. From third to first, Manny Machado at third base, J.J. Hardy at short with Brian Roberts at second, Chris Davis at first base. Left to right across the outfield, Nate McLeod with Adam Jones and Nick Markakis, as Matt Wieters does the catching for Chris Tillman. Orioles first in fielding percentage in the American League.
This has started out how it left off last night. Talk about a C-9 ground ball base hit by Pedroia. 2 runs to tie the game. And that thing, that flare, that carp hit, that is a beautiful thing. That's a W.
I've had a lot of people
ask
me in the last 24 hours, and I'm pretty well versed on X speak. I'm getting there,
yes,
as I have been over the years. I've done games since 2003 from time to time. So I think I've got most of it under wraps. But the thing,
I know.
What is a thing?
It's usually it depends on what end you're on of the thing. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's an ugly thing if you're the one giving it up. But it's a beautiful thing if you're on the right end of it, right?
I get
but it's a thing,
it's
man.
A thing.
It depends on what thing it is.
Okay, I'm up to date now. I know what you're saying.
So it was beautiful. It was a beautiful thing for us.
Mike Carp, a little irritation in his left shoulder. Apparently, he was in the starting lineup, but taken out of the lineup late this afternoon. Available off the bench tonight for John Farrell. Ellsbury with the lead off first base. That one will go to the backstop, and Ellsbury will take second. Just bounce that one all the way to the backstop.
Boy, this was an errant toss, to say the least. How about this hook? He throws like a knuckle curve. Well, he knuckled that ball straight into the dirt. No chance for Wieters. Tries to backhand this thing, but it saves Ellsbury trying to steal a bag.
So the wild pitch here, charged to Tillman. Trying to grab his bearings here in the first inning. Runner at second base, nobody out. And it's outside for ball 2.
Big tall kid, 6'5", got a lot of leverage. He could throw the ball up to 95 miles an hour. We haven't seen that yet, but he's got a nice knuckle curve that he saw throw in the dirt. He's got a good changeup too.
He's only 24 years of age. Born in Anaheim, California. Resides in Fountain Valley, California. Popped up, foul ground. Chris Davis makes his way over. And will not have a play. It's out of his reach.
Oh, that is a killer right there. That's just, if you're a pitcher, you're saying, oh my goodness, that could have been an out. I'm telling you, you got to. It's almost like having a bad call, a strike call that they called a ball. You could have punched somebody out. Same thing. It's like, should have had an out. I got to keep pitching.
More pitches.
Yes.
And another opportunity here for Shane Victorino.
But this kid has pitched like an ace since the All-Star break last year. He's what, 23-7. Nobody better than Scherzer's the only guy better than that. Says a lot.
He elevates and Victorino chases and strikes out. Goes up top that time. 92-mile-an-hour fastball for the first out.
We see Pedroia, what he's been doing the last 14 games. You know, the laser show. And when he gets hot, he gets hot. And you see the heat zone for him. And this is, you know, more than one at bat. I mean, 5 pitches in each one of these zones. So this is more than just a small sample. And obviously right down the middle, anybody's going to hit 600. But, you know, he loves the ball. To me, a lot of guys try to throw fastballs. He can get on top of a high fastball. And you see the middle of the zone, anywhere in the middle of the zone, up, down, he is all over it. And he even can get to that ball outside of the zone, low and away. You know, you get runners in scoring position. He doesn't try to get large. He's not your typical number 3 hitter. I mean, he can go hit the ball the other way, drive in a couple runs. We've seen it all year long.
We've seen a lot of pitchers try to pitch him away as well. He can get out there and get it. As he'll pop it up this time, Davis starts back. First baseman into foul ground now. He'll make the catch as Ellsbury bluffs as if he's going, draws the throw anyway. With 2 outs in the inning and Ellsbury not going as he returns to the bag at second, 2 down. So 2 down and David Ortiz coming up.
And David is due.
.313 average, 24 home runs, 79 runs batted in. Been very quiet lately at the plate for the Red Sox. He is 0 for his last 18.
Swing's gotten just a little big. Hit a couple balls that almost were off the wall. When he's going good, he just peppers it.
Takes a fastball outside for ball 1. Tillman in 8 career starts against Boston, 3-1, the 2.08 earned run average. He's not had a decision here at Fenway in 3 previous starts, but nifty 1.65 ERA. Big swing and a miss there for David. How about that deal? We revisited it last night for the Orioles sending Eric Bedard to Seattle. They get Adam Jones back. They get George Sherrill, who was their closer for a while. And they get this guy as well, Chris Tillman, as part of that deal. I mean, it is unbelievable.
It really is. And, you know, look at all-star center fielder, and you said Sherrill was their closer, all-star closer 1 year for them.
Yes.
And then this kid took a while. Look at that hook. That's nasty right there. This ball just, you see that knuckle curve? It goes straight down.
This is a deal we spoke of February of 2008. As you mentioned, took a little while, but this is a deal that has been terrific for the Orioles. 1-2. Swing and a miss, and makes quick work of David Ortiz. Red Sox lead Ellsbury at second. Scoreless after 1.
the top of the second. We said it before, we're going to say it again. The Red Sox won their 20th game in the last at-bat last night. Such an impressive number. It really shows you that these players are coming up clutch and really fighting to the end. So for our AT&T Twitter question of the night, we are going to ask you to text your vote to 536-536. And we're asking you, if there was the game on the line, what player would you like to step up to the plate? There's so many of them that we could offer, but here are our 4 choices. A for Johnny Gomes, B for Mike Napoli, C for David Ortiz, or D for Dustin Pedroia. Data and message rates may apply. We're going to vote through this game, our post-game show, and we're going to reveal the final answer tonight on NESN Sports Today. Don?
All right, Jay, thank you very much. They have all had their chances, certainly. And it has been remarkable. You know, you think to last year's Orioles, and they had a bunch of these last year put together for their season. This is driven out to center field. Back is Ellsbury on the run. They got a good jump and reels that in to rob Matt Wieters of what he thought was going to be extra bases. 1 down.
This ball was smoked by Wieters. And Ellsbury makes this play easy, but you hear the sound of the bat right there, and ball not up in the air very long, on a line, and Ellsbury runs it down. I mean, a bullet by Wieters.
1 down here in the second inning. Brings up J.J. Hardy. Does not appear the mobility of Jacoby Ellsbury in any way is affected from last night's injury that caused him to leave the game. A very good jump.
That's a good sign tonight, because everybody was looking when they came, is Ellsbury in the lineup.
Broken bat liner, foul into the seats. Nice grab.
If you're going to make a nice grab, that's the place where you need a glove. Right there,
front and center,
right down that line, everybody.
One to Hardy. .23 home runs, 67 runs driven in for J.J. Hardy.
It's 3 years in a row he's done that, huh?
Yes. Only shortstop in the major leagues. At least 20 home runs in each of the past 3 seasons. And he's led all major league shortstops, total of 52 home runs since 2011. 2-2. Outside for ball 3. Elected as the American League shortstop this year, second All-Star game. 0 for 2 in the game. Also very good defensively. Last year led all shortstops. This little dribbler, it hit him, but he's still inside the box.
This is a great defensive ball club. They lead the league. They have a chance to break a record, the least amount of errors. And you know, this side of the infield is like locked down. You're talking about Hardy and this kid Machado. That's as good as it gets from the left-hand side of the infield.
Wrap foul over towards the Orioles dugout, and keep in mind Machado wasn't even a third baseman really when he arrived on the scene. He's made himself into a very good third baseman.
Be a nice thing if Bogarts could sort of develop into that, but he's a work in progress over there.
People talk about them in the same sentence.
Yes, they do.
You talk to a lot of scouts, and they draw a lot of similarities between the two.
He's even bigger than Machado. I see Bogarts filling out. I don't know if Machado will. I mean, he's so skinny, but both of them right now, 20 years old. What is Machado, 21? Sky's the limit. You just don't know. And Machado has done it. And he's been an all-star. I mean, he was the move that they made last year in crunch time for them, and they ended up going to the playoffs, and it had a lot to do with that kid.
Here's a pop-up sending Pedroia back. He strides on the outfield grass for out number 2 of the inning. Well, right now, Ace Ticket has great deals on all remaining Red Sox games, including the Yankees series. Ace Ticket also has your seats to all Patriots, Bruins, and Celtics games. Visit Ace Ticket or call 1-800-MY-SEATS. They are enjoying their seats tonight here at Fenway Park. 2 down in the second inning for Nick Markakis. He has moved down the lineup. He's a guy you're used to seeing somewhere in the middle, but Wieters has moved up. Markakis has moved down. And tonight bats 7th in the Orioles order.
Well, we said last night he went through a dry spell himself. Markakis didn't get an extra base hit in like 31 games. I mean, that's hard to do. But we've seen Markakis. This guy's always been tough on the Red Sox. Just a solid player. He used to be their only player. Now he's one of several.
We talked about it last night. Very little protection around him in the lineup in years past. Swing and a miss. He's down 1-2. For 1,100 games now for Nick Markakis. .293 career hitter. Lester going back and forth here at Saltalamacchia.
Not quite sure what he wants to throw. He gave him everything. Gas him. Just gas him away. Air it out.
Line foul.
You hear that grunt?
96.
Huh. That's what. If you got humped, you can grunt. You can't be grunting throwing 90, you know?
You can't throw salad.
You can't and grunt.
Well, maybe you can. It's part of an intimidation factor.
I used to watch when Nolan Ryan do it. I mean, he'd grunt, huh, you know,
yeah.
And he was bringing it. It was awesome.
Outside 2-2.
But he does have a good fastball tonight. It's a nice sign to see that Lester's getting stronger. It's like September. That's what I'm talking about. If you're going to finish, finish well. That's what it's all about in this game.
There's a pop-up left side of the infield. Middlebrooks to make his way in on the grass. And Lester enjoys a 1-2-3 second inning. Scoreless from the Fens. Bottom of the second inning, Nava, Gomes, and Saltalamacchia coming up for the Red Sox. And with us, principal owner of the Boston Red Sox, John Henry, chairman Tom Werner, and of course Sean McGrail, president CEO of Nesson, with us. And gentlemen, a successful last 48 hours. The Jimmy Fund Radio Telethon, a terrific event again, and certainly a chance to thank all of Red Sox Nation for their contributions.
Well, that's what we're here to do. You know, everybody really did an incredible job. It shows the power of our community pulling together, and the money that was raised, $3 million, it's fantastic. And It's the 12th year, I guess, that WEEI and NESN have been doing this, and they've raised over $30 million. And anybody who goes over to Dana-Farber and sees the patients who are actually beating cancer knows that their money is really going to a great cause.
And Sean, terrific effort on NESN's part as well as WEI coming together for this. But it touches so many, I think, of all of us who work at NESN who are part of the telethon as well.
Well, and you're right, Don, and I think we're, really privileged to be part of this and to be able to be of assistance to the, the great staff and doctors at Dana-Farber. Over the last 12 years, the staffs of WEI and NESN have worked very aggressively to, try to promote and grow this. And as Tom mentioned, we've raised over $34 million for the Dana-Farber at this juncture. So it's really been a wonderful effort and an outpouring by Red Sox Nation.
A moving moment in the 7th inning last night. Was it last night or the night before?
Night before, sure.
Double here for Daniel Nava to get the inning started. John, you have to be very pleased with the way this season has gone so far. I don't want to jinx anything, but things are going quite well.
Quite well. It's nice to see Tampa behaving like a team that can actually lose a game or two. They have had quite a run, but our pitching has come together in the last couple of weeks, and you have to feel good as the starting pitching has been recently. You have to feel good about our chances if we can get into the playoffs.
But Tom, really, we were talking a little bit last night about Ben Cherington, the job that he has done so far this offseason last year. People wondered what this team would be like. Yeah, they get along. There was chemistry here. But does that equate to wins? It does appear that it has, and this group really likes each other a lot.
Well, this team, as Dustin said after one of the games, he says, we don't quit. We play until they tell us to stop. And I think that that's such a simple statement, but it says so much about this team. And I guess we've won 20 games in our last at bat, and it is. I mean, you guys can know about the power of chemistry, and
I think it starts from the top. I really do, and.
We couldn't agree with you more.
It really does. And then Farrell, I mean, to get Farrell right away, I mean, it started the process, and it just continued. You talk about the chemistry with that club. Guys like Johnny Gomes just happens to be hitting right now, but a big chemistry guy. And you just don't know when you put a team together. You can say it's going to be good chemistry, but you just don't know, and it's worked out so well.
And John, Tom mentioned Dustin Pedroia. You guys made quite a commitment to Dustin Pedroia, but I think if there's probably one player to do that with, it was probably Dustin Pedroia.
There's no doubt about it. I think Tito used to say if we had 9 Dustins, we'd win a championship virtually every year. He's come to epitomize what you want in a baseball player on and off the field.
Well, Dustin continues to get it done for the Red Sox. Right now a scoreless game in the bottom of the 2nd inning, and I want to show the check presentation, Sean, as well once we get a moment here tonight, as the presentation was made as part of a pregame ceremony as Gomes strikes out. Here was the presentation before the game, and always a good feeling, I know, to hand that check off, Sean.
Yeah, it really was. It was, again, a tremendous testament, I think, to everybody at Red Sox Nation, all the fans, and all the employees and the staff. So we really would love to thank all the employees and staff of NESN and WEI, because it was they made it look very easy, but it's a big logistical effort for that 2-day period. And I think if you watch some of the telethon and listen to those stories, they're so touching, and they're so inspiring that it elicits just an outpouring of financial support to Dana-Farber, and it's terrific to be part of it.
The Tom, the partnership, I mean, it's now 60 years old, but you guys have really brought it to a new level, it appears. The commitment of the Red Sox front office to be involved with the Jimmy Fund, and it's really unique to really any other team across the major leagues, this partnership between the Jimmy Fund and the Red Sox.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's a nice compliment, but it is the greatest partnership in all of sports, I think, the Jimmy Fund and the Boston Red Sox. And Commissioner of Baseball was talking about it yesterday on WEEI, and 1953, I guess, was the first year, and it's going really strong, and 60 years later, and it's a hope that we have that maybe there won't be a 100th anniversary because we'll have struck out cancer.
Again, over $3.3 million raised as part of the 12th annual WEI Nessie Jimmy Fund Radio Telethon. There's a fly ball struck well to left by Saltalamacchia, but McLeod is going to get there on the warning track with his second out. And back to second goes Nava. You guys are pretty calm right now. We watch you guys quite a bit in the owner's box, and we know this is not the norm here. You guys are handling this very well so far.
Especially Tom. He's
yes.
Very emotional. He breaks out the scotch once in a while. We get behind.
We're down by 5 runs.
I see Tom quite a bit after games, and I can always tell if we've won or lost by his expression. And he really does wear his
immediately.
Expression. Yes.
And you must have seen Larry during some of these.
Yes.
It's
2 down in the inning. Nava at second base and Stephen Drew the batter. This is lined to right, down the right field line, foul.
But this is how you have to play at home, like they've played so well at home to win it. You know, the years previous, you got to play this kind of baseball at home, because on the road you're lucky to play 500. And this team has been a different team at home this year.
Right.
When you talk about likability, it's hard not to like this group of guys. And I think for a lot of us who are around them right away in spring training, we liked them. But I think Red Sox Nation is starting to grow to love them as the year has gone on.
Well, I think we had a good feeling about things the first day of spring training when John Farrell spoke. And you could see everyone in the audience, all the players, sort of settle into to what's happened here.
It's hard not to respect Farrell just by his physical stature. Huh?
He's a big man.
He really, and the jaw and the whole thing, it's like, oh my goodness, it's kind of scary.
But he's a really nice guy, though.
Yes, I know, but knowing him, he's a nice guy. But if you didn't, it's intimidating.
2 down in the inning, an 0-2 pitch to Stephen Drew as Tillman trying to get out of another jam. And that'll be just outside.
So, Dennis, this is the time of year where pitching sometimes tires. Why do you think that our pitching all of a sudden has become so much stronger?
Man, it's hard to say. I mean, as far as Lester was concerned, remember we gave him like a 10-day break, and he's a horse anyway, you know. And for me, that last year was a hiccup. I mean, this guy is the real deal, and this is when you want to perform, right? The last month. I don't know what it is. I guess it's a matter of maneuvering pitch counts and whatever. I mean, that's how to orchestrate this whole thing. It all comes out in the wash the last month of the season. So somebody's doing the right job.
And if you get Clay Buchholz back, what a difference that's going to make at the end. There's another couple of rehab stints, apparently 2 more before coming back to pitch. And of course, the rosters will expand in September. There's a 1-2 to Drew.
How about Uehara? Huh? How about that? I mean, that is
fantastic.
That doesn't happen all the time. He makes it too easy. I mean, it's like 1, 2, 3. This is beautiful. As a fan, as a manager, that's what you want.
Line into right field, a base hit. Nava's coming around, and the Red Sox will take a 1-0 lead.
Okay, is our work done?
I think so.
Nice job, gentlemen.
Anyway, thank you
very much.
You got to run.
Everybody who's contributed.
Beautiful.
Hey,
thank you,
Dennis.
You got it. Thanks, John.
Now the Red Sox get a 2-out RBI single from Stephen Drew and jump on top 1-0 as Tillman cannot get out of the jam this time.
Well, he gets a changeup, and he knows what to do with it. He's been pulling the whole at bat. Can't keep it fair. Well, he kept that changeup fair for an RBI.
So Drew at first to run in, 2 down, and Will Middlebrooks the batter. Middlebrooks will rattle it foul off to the right, out of play. .226 average for Will coming in. 11 home runs, 32 runs batted in. Tillman featuring a fastball, cutter, curveball, slider, and a changeup. and has relinquished his first run of the night.
Looked unhittable in the first inning. He's schooled Ortiz. It's like this is going to be a long night for the Red Sox, but here they are, 1 run in the second inning with a couple of good at bats.
And there for strike 2, 1-2. Joe Gaines is lead at first, held on by Chris Davis. And a foul back, 1-2. Leader's got the mask rattled right off him. It'll take a little extra time. And that happened last night too. I don't think it's much fun being a catcher. Really.
No, it's not fun at all. And, you know, ask David Ross that. It's not fun at all for him this year. But once again, we talk about those masks taking the hit.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to have that cage, just get your cage rattled. You want to just hit the mask and have the mask just fly off.
Brooks fouls it back, stays alive, still 1-2.
Middlebrooks has had that right field stroke ever since he's come up. Hit that home run off Sabathia in the bullpen, but it's a right field approach.
A little bit high, and it is 2-2.
It's an ugly changeup is what it was.
Adam Jones, the center fielder, over towards right center. So the numbers for Middlebrooks since his return, and some very good numbers. Wilson's coming back. Only hit .268 while at AAA with the Paw Sox as they check on Drew at first.
Better off with that right field approach than he was trying to pull early in the season. A lot of punch outs.
Popped up from second base comes Roberts into foul ground, and he'll get there, make the catch that ends the inning. A run for the Red Sox. Boston on top, 1-0. Every at bat, well, there's an app for that. MLB Preplay is the official prediction game of Major League Baseball, and it's free to download on iOS and Android. Download now at NESN.com/preplay and play along during every Red Sox game. Well, Stephen Drew driving in the game's only run. Boston on top 1-0. So we head to the top of the third inning. Danny Valencia leading it off for the O's. He has been the DH in 2 of the 3 games in this series. Rolls it over foul, and the count evens at 1-1.
You know, the Orioles aren't even finished trying to put this thing together with a month left. I saw where they claimed Josh Willingham off of waivers. Now that hasn't happened yet. They got to work out a deal, but you know they're looking for a right-handed bat. We're going to hear a lot of that before the first.
Lined over the glove of Middlebrooks at third base, down the left field line into the corner as Valencia heads to second base, standing with a double and the first hit of the night for the O's.
Well, Valencia goes to work on a cutter that he gets. He rifles this ball down the left field line. It's not that bad of a cutter, but he's out in front of it looking for it. Gets the head out. Bullet over Middlebrooks' outstretched glove. Easy double. He's 2 for 11 coming in off of Lester. He had taken him deep once.
So a double to get the third inning started, and it brings up Brian Roberts. 261, 3 homers and 29 runs batted in for the O's second baseman.
Orioles trying to answer from that one run. I can't see them trying to push a bunt for a base hit maybe, but one run's not a big deal in this ballpark.
Well, the amount of home runs they hit as a team, as Roberts from the number 9 spot swings away this time. It's a one-hopper to second. Pedroia's going to third with it, and they'll get the lead runner. So Valencia takes off at third. Pedroia with a heads-up play looks up and finds him going and throws him out by a lot.
Well, you never see that play. You never see that. He stung this ball. I said, well, he did his job, but it was hit hard enough. Heads up by Pedroia. Turns and fires, and they get Valencia easy at third base. You never see this play made. Very seldom. And he made the right play because it wasn't even close. That is heads up.
One out, a runner at first base as they cut down the lead runner in Valencia. And Nate McLouth now coming up.
Boy, you launch that ball and hit the runner in the back, and you have yourself an inning right here. It's risky.
It is dangerous throwing across the diamond, but he gets it there in plenty of time. McLouth holds up and takes ball 1.
I remember last year, Adrian Gonzalez tried to do that. Ground ball at first, and he said, I could throw him out at third, and then next thing you know, it was a nuclear inning.
Framed by Saltalamacchia, but it's outside. 2-0. McLouth popped out to second baseman Dustin Pedroia in the first inning. He's 0 for 1. In there for a strike. 2-1.
There would be major concern. Roberts a few years ago stealing a bag right here, but we saw him steal a base in this series. Got thrown out of third. Not the same player.
He used to be the everyday leadoff hitter for a number of years for the Orioles prior to all the injuries, the concussion, and everything else that he has been through over the past few years. To one pitch, and that one is off his hand. Appeared to foul it off as well. Partial hand, partial bat, and he's in some pain.
Well, now he's saying he got hit, but you heard the sound of a bat. It might have
That's
pinched
why I
him.
thought it was partial.
He was making an attempt to swing the bat. But you can hear the bat. Is that a bat or the pad is like.
I can't tell.
I can't tell either. I'm surprised he just didn't go to first base if that was the case. They're not going to give him
No,
first
they're
base.
not. You can tell the reaction by Buck Showalter that they are not going to give him first base.
Would you have to break your wrist to get first base?
The other question is, was he swinging?
I thought he was attempting to
That's
swing.
the question. Did he swing? If he's swinging, then
that's a tough strike.
a painful one. We'll get another look here as Tim McClellan continues to talk it over.
I think he was trying to swing, but at the same time, that ball got him. That ball hit his knuckles or his hands or whatever. Obviously hit him. He should have just bolted to first base, but he's starting his swing.
It looks like it's right off the knuckles. I don't know. It looks like it hit the end of the bat in that one. I have no idea. 2-2.
Well, they're not complaining.
2-2. Yeah, the pitch is low for ball 3. Full count.
Boy, if it hurt bad enough, you wouldn't be at bat right now. I mean, you take it to the house.
Fourth full count of the game for John Lester. 1 out, 1 on, and number 2 hitter Manny Machado waiting on deck here as the O's bat in the top of the 3rd inning. Down low for ball 4. Second walk given up by Lester. The Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center, the official hospital of the Boston Red Sox, invites you to join the walking club. Sign up today and get a cool wristband plus everything you need to start a walking program for better health. Find out more at bidmc.org.
Well, Lester sure didn't want to walk in, that's for sure. Shadow and Jones coming up.
They got the wrong group of guys coming up with men on base. Machado was walked in the 1st inning. It's his second look tonight at John Lester. He's been terrific with runners in scoring position. Hitting at .339. He's got Roberts at second, McLeod at first, and 1 out. And this is driven to left field. This will be off the wall. Ricochet played by Gomes out there. 1 run is in Roberts. McLeod's behind him. Throw the plate's going to be late. And the Orioles take a 2-1 lead. So Machado drives in a pair with his double off the wall, and Baltimore jumps on top 2-1.
Well, that walk hurt to McLeod, and he gets on first base, and then Machado, you didn't know whether he's going to be patient or not, but he gets a fastball and goes to work on it, hits a laser off the left center field wall, and McLeod's going to score from first because he can fly. But you think he may be able to hold that runner at first from scoring, but because he hit the ball so hard off the wall. And you see the throw coming in, and there's no chance for McLeod. He runs too well. 2-run double.
American League leading 45th double of the year. And 2 runs in here for the Orioles. There's Adam Jones now, the runner at second base. And a broken bat, soft flare that is going to be dropped over there by Drew, and reaching at first base is Jones. Ball he could have caught on the fly, did not, and then unable to make the play on the hop, and Jones will reach.
What is that? He gets jammed. It's just a little easy pop up to Drew, but he doesn't charge it. It must have had something to do with the bat flying, and he just didn't He wasn't aggressively going after this ball. He said the bat flying, he backs up, and then he just gives up on it. Ball takes a hop. What a weird play.
They rule it a hit.
A full hack. Look at this thing. It's a blooper on the infield. It's not even in the air long enough. The ball hits the ground and takes a bad hop, eats him up, but you'd think that would have been an out.
Ruled a base hit. So Jones aboard. Runners at first and second. Now Chris Davis, the batter. He struck out swinging in the first inning. One of 2 strikeouts tonight for Lester. Both came in the first. And a swing and a miss for strike 1.
Boy, he was ready to come out of his shoes. Luckily, he threw that ball inside.
In the dirt, collected by Saltalamacchia, does a good job of keeping it in front of him. No advance for the base runners. Machado still at second, Jones at first.
Tough inning for Lester. He's had to work hard right here, and he doesn't want to make a mistake. Start throwing your fastball 2 feet before he gets there. You know he doesn't want to make a mistake with it.
Fly ball to short right. Victorino coming in hard will get there with room to spare. Hung up long enough for him to recover for the second out of the inning. I want to remind you to vote for the Amica Pitcher of the Week at NESN.com/Amica and enter to win a $100 gift card from NESN, the Yawkey Way team store. Now 2 down here in the third inning. Runners at first and second. Jake Peavy's former team, the Chicago White Sox, will be coming into town beginning tomorrow night. As Matt Wieters stands in with 2 outs and 2 on. Wieters flied out sharply to the warning track in center field. First time up now, fouls one back.
Lester made a good pitch on Davis to get in on him. Got to stay focused, get an out here.
Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Off balance swing at that.
That's a good changeup. Haven't seen too many of those tonight. Good time for it. Sometimes you make a pitch like that and you wish they hit it, because if he hit it, it'd be a little weak ground ball back to the pitcher.
On the ground, sharply foul.
Boy, they're on that cutter, man. Everybody got that cutter in their brain. They know he's got it. That's why that changeup's so nasty. Had him so far out front.
Lester coming in at 12-7 in tonight's 28th start of the year. 3.97 earned run average coming in. He has given up 2 runs here in the top of the third. Well, fly ball struck well out to deep right center field. Victorino on the run back towards the warning track to make the catch. Almost ends up in the bullpen. Good running grab from Shane Victorino out in right center field. Looked like that thing was going to land, but Shane Victorino says no. Game this season, Nesson has your ticket for an extra 30 minutes of Red Sox pregame coverage live from Yawkey Way. It's Friday Night Fenway, presented by Budweiser, starting at 5:30 p.m. tomorrow night, right here on Nesson. Bottom of the third inning as Jacoby Ellsbury stands in. Quite a play last inning by Shane Victorino.
A great play. Are you kidding me? He makes that play look so easy. Like a center fielder is how he makes that play. There's a lot of right fielders that do not get to this ball, and he almost overran it.
And John Lester's so appreciative of that work right there. You think about that. How many guys can get to that ball?
I would have mauled him when he came into the dugout. Seriously. Wieters hit the ball hard again and got kind of robbed.
You know, Jacoby Ellsbury leading it off as one of only 3 hits so far for the Red Sox. They put together 2 and grabbed the game's first run in the second inning. There's a pop-up left side of the infield. J.J. Hardy will make the catch for the first out of the inning.
Look at this play. Fastball. Wieters is all over it. Drills this ball to right center field, and look at, he is getting it. He almost overruns this ball, Victorino, but what a play. There's 2 runs that score on this play if he doesn't make it. He's been doing that all year long, and pitchers love it. Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
The value of having a center fielder play right field who's got a good arm here at Fenway Park.
That's a lot to cover. I mean, that's a long ways to go.
Shane takes a pitch up high for ball 1.
He might as well have just jumped over the fence and high-fived everybody in the dugout. Bullpen, huh?
Almost did.
He was getting it.
Now, strikeout victim against Tillman in the first inning.
Boy, we've seen it all from Victorino. The 2 home runs the other night, and that defense does not get overlooked.
Shane didn't like the call, looks back and gets confirmation from Tim McClellan. There's a pop-up foul, backhand out of play. 2-2. Now the Red Sox started this series just 4-6 against the Orioles on the year, but winning the first 2 games of the series, so they're 6-6 right now against the O's. 7 games left between the 2 teams. On the ground up the middle into center field, a base hit for Shane Victorino.
He's done that a few times. Base hits up the middle on pitches that are in on him. Doesn't try to pull.
Yeah, Pedroia fouled out to the first baseman Chris Davis in the first inning. 0 for 1. Red Sox trailing by a run as they come to bat here in the bottom of the third. Another foul off Wieters. This one got him, it appeared, not on the mask. Oof, right off the chest.
Even with the protection, it's got to hurt. He's such a big man, it's probably easy target. You can't cover up everything. The thing looks, you know, the protection looks too small for him, doesn't it? He needs a bigger protector.
He's 6'5".
I mean, really? How about your left arm? Doesn't that need some help?
You think I would be back there in like
yes,
armor. I mean,
exactly.
Throw to first base and back is Victorino.
Tillman doesn't take very long to deliver. He's got 6'5", and he gets rid of it.
Victorino gains his lead again, held on by Chris Davis. And a swing and a miss. That one by him. 92-mile-an-hour fastball.
He's got some sneaky cheese. Wouldn't you say that?
I would say
I would
sneaky.
call that sneaky. He's
yes.
thrown some balls by some hitters. He threw the ball right by Ortiz. And it's not like lighting it up 98. It's, you know, it's firm. Sneaky.
He's young, so it's not educated cheese.
No, but he's 6'5". You'd think he would be. He wouldn't have sneaky cheese being that big. He'd
Gas
be a Gas Masterson. You got it.
50th pitch.
You got it. You're learning.
See?
You didn't take long.
I'm getting it.
You got it.
No, I'm getting it.
All right, you got it. Makes sense, doesn't it?
Yes.
Thank you.
After a while, it does.
Yeah.
Well, first and Victorino back to the bag again. Did not need to dive this time. $11 road starts for Tillman. He's 7-1, the 2.97 earned run average. This one a rip foul out ahead.
Well, he's got to be careful with that changeup. That's an ugly changeup. He's lucky that this ball isn't rifled off the wall. You know, I don't understand these stats. Does that mean that there's only 8 attempted stolen bases off him and one guy
thrown one guy out?
Only thrown one out.
Yes.
I mean, 7 guys made it.
We should share this with the people at home. They don't know what we're talking about. But yes, the stat sheet you have in front of you, 1 for 8.
Thank you. That means 7 guys stole.
7 guys stole successfully. He's thrown out 13%. This is in the air to right field. Marquez is coming in for the second out of the inning. Send it down to Jenny.
Well, Don, this is David Ortiz's first real slump of this season. He's in an 0 for 19 stretch right now, but he said, I remember a few weeks ago when I had 8 hits in a row. I'm a veteran guy. I know this is just the way the game is. He's been doing some early work in the cages to try to get that hit back to where it needs to be. Manager John Farrell said Ortiz's struggles relates to him pulling the ball too much, and he's working to get to driving that ball back to left center. And Don, he's only 7 hits shy right now of 2,000.
Well, it's certainly good news that it is not something that's hampering him physically, because that's what you wonder about anytime you go through kind of stretch like that when you're David Ortiz. But
I thought in San Francisco he wasn't really walking around all that well. Kind of some ugly at bats on that the Wednesday afternoon game.
This fly ball out to left field. Nate McLouth comes in. And he'll put it away to end things in the 3rd inning. We're through 3, 2-1 Baltimore. Eastern Bank, you always put others first. Wouldn't it be nice if your bank did the same thing? With products that make life easier and a commitment to those in need. Here, you're first, Eastern Bank. That's on to the fourth inning back at Fenway Park. 2-1. The Orioles have the lead over the Red Sox. Well, Nesson and Fox, Connecticut, with a great partnership over the last couple of years, and great to have with us Rachel Frank, a meteorologist from Fox, Connecticut, joining us here in the booth. And Rachel, welcome to Fenway.
Oh my gosh, it is so great to be here. What a view you guys have.
It's
I
not
can get
bad.
used to this.
It's not bad.
This is free for us. It's free.
I brought you a present, actually, Eck. I wanted to give it to you in a little bit. It's for your moss. I heard that you had a little bit of trouble getting your hair done in San Francisco.
All right.
Yeah.
So it's my curling iron. I thought if it works for me.
Is it $800?
No, it's a lot more affordable.
Okay, thank
About
you.
like 80.
Oh, good. That's cool.
Okay,
Wow.
so
That's like big, long moss for that. Look at
At
that
least,
thing.
do you curl your moss already?
No.
Is this, no. Oh, okay. So that's just natural flowing moss.
Yes.
you don't need an $800 haircut to begin with.
No, not at all.
There you go.
All right, so now you have
foolish.
something to curl your moss with. That's terrific. To right field as Victorino moves over. And Shane will make the catch for the first out of the inning. J.J. Hardy is retired. Well, Rachel, are you a baseball fan? And if you are, where's your allegiance?
I love baseball. I love going to baseball games, but I don't have a favorite team. I grew up in New York City, but I was caught in between Mets fans and Yankees fans. Then I moved to Pennsylvania in the middle of PA. That's where I went to school at Penn State, and I was caught between Philly and Pittsburgh fans. And now I'm in Connecticut, which is split between Sox and Yankees fans. So I've never really had one allegiance.
Well, now you have to be a Red Sox fan, don't you?
I absolutely have to. And
Yes.
I'm official. I have a headset and everything. I have to be.
Well, you are part of our weather report on Nesson. I mean, that's got to be exciting when you go to do that, huh?
It's so exciting, and it's funny because it brings me to a different audience. I went to the supermarket the other day, and someone said, "Oh, you're the Nesson weather girl." I'm like, okay, I've only been on in Connecticut for 5 years, but I'm recognized as the Nesson weather girl. It's so much fun, and it's exciting.
Is
too.
this something that you always wanted to do, like
Yes.
since you were a kid?
7th grade, I did a project on clouds. It's not the most exciting story. Some of my other meteorologist friends, you know, they studied tornadoes because they saw one. I did a project on clouds. But I was hooked ever since 7th grade, yeah. I love it. I'm a weather geek through and through. The TV part does not come naturally.
No, you were talking about our booth here. And the first time you had a chance to be in the booth, a little different than the green screen area.
It
I
is.
never figured out how you do that. Well, you look at a video, after a monitor off to the right, and, you know, the map's not really behind you.
Right.
Which is I would find that very different. How long would it take you to get used to that whole thing?
Seriously, 10 minutes.
Oh, okay, so it's not that big a deal.
Left is right, right is left. But after 10 minutes up there, you're used to it. The only part is ad-libbing for 3 minutes without stuttering and forecasting.
Yeah, that's
Obviously,
hard.
that's tough.
That's real hard.
Yeah,
I have a
you
hard
guys
time
ad-lib
talking.
the entire time. I don't know how you do that. I have a tough time with 3 minutes.
Well, they don't see you. It's like being on the radio.
Right.
If somebody was in your grill like that,
Like
then
this.
you get a little uptight.
But you don't get to dress down like radio people. You
Right.
still have to-
Why do we get dressed up is
That's
beyond
a
me.
great question.
Yeah.
I don't have an answer for you.
But you look good.
Thanks. I appreciate
Yes,
that.
you do.
Let me ask you, you're here to interview David Meller as well. Groundskeeper of the Red Sox, does such a great job here at Fenway Park. How did that? You already do it?
I already did it. It was
Yep.
actually really interesting. He said that the 2 flags here in the stadium tell you about the wind direction, obviously, when you look at them, and they're almost always moving in different directions. So when I'm telling the weather from Hartford, Connecticut, I know that when I'm telling the wind speed, it may not be accurate for everywhere. There's obviously some interesting interactions with the wind coming into the stadium, how everything interacts.
And it seems like the weather here at Fenway Park is different from anywhere else in Boston, and we found that out over the years that sometimes what's going on everywhere else, not going on right here hanging over Fenway.
Absolutely. I mean, today was just one of those examples. The farther west you head, the more sunshine we had. Today we were kind of socked in here at Fenway. We had that wind coming off of the water. Dave Meller was telling me about the dew point. I was so impressed. He knows about the dew point.
You like the dew point, huh?
Why does he need to know the dew point?
It actually helps tell you about how fast the water is evaporating off the field and if you need to water it down more.
Oh.
Do you know about the dew point and the frizz factor with that moss that you have going on there?
Frizz factor.
I like humidity because my hair is thin, so
Really?
I like humidity kind of,
I have the same effect, actually.
Into the corner for Valencia, who heads to second base, has got himself a double, his second double in the night, right down that left field line again.
Well, he's wearing out that left field corner. Wonder if he gets another cutter. He's looking for it. This ball on the ground. Last time line drive over Middlebrook's head. This one out of his reach.
So 2 down, a runner at second base, and Brian Roberts coming up, visiting with Rachel Frank from Fox, Connecticut, meteorologist, and talking about ex-frizz and the humidity. You like it for the thickness purposes.
Dry is not good. You know, Arizona dry doesn't work. Florida, humidity.
Southern California on your moss.
That's all right. It's all right.
I have a similar effect with my hair. It actually helps it, but for most people it doesn't. I do a frizz factor on Fox, Connecticut, and people enjoy it. The ladies need to know how to style their hair every day.
Right.
Because there's a frizz factor of a 9 or a 10. You got to just put it in a ponytail. You know about that.
Yeah.
No, just kidding.
Not yet.
I got a question for you, because we look at this thing all the time. We don't know what it does. We just know that when it spins around, really bad weather is on the way. And we're going to show it to you, and hopefully you can clear it up for us.
Okay, got it. I'm on it.
It is this thing. What does that thing do?
An anemometer.
An anemometer. Okay.
So you can probably guess, the faster it spins, the faster the wind is moving, and it also shows you the wind direction. But now we know we need one on one side of the stadium and another one on the other side because of what the flags are doing.
So one is not good enough.
Where is that?
One is not good enough. I need more anemometers.
Okay.
Where is that? The left field line?
That is, I think, above us.
Oh,
no,
way
that's on
up
the monster
there.
seats, top of the light tower. Okay.
You know, I forgot to ask Dave, how come sometimes it rains and the tarp is pulled, and other times it's raining and you guys play right through it? Is there any rhyme to that madness?
I don't know. It's touchy, you know, because the umpires sometimes won't play, and it's in their hands, but they have a window. They talk about the 3-hour window that ends up being a 1 hour, and it's a mess.
Yeah.
This is the third. Middlebrooks across the diamond to end the inning. Ends our conversation with Rachel Frank. Thanks for coming up. Great to meet you.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Be here.
Good luck to you. Enjoyed it.
NESN's coverage of Red Sox baseball is brought to you in part by Eastern Bank. Put your family first, job first, even your team first. Isn't it time someone put you first? Eastern Bank does just that with products like Eastern Free Checking. Here, you're first. Eastern Bank. Let's on to the bottom of the fourth inning back at Fenway, 2-1. The Orioles on top of the Red Sox. Daniel Nava leads it off. He had doubled in the second inning. Nava scored the only Red Sox run on the night as he came around to score in the second inning. Driven in on an RBI single by Stephen Drew. 2-0 is a strike, and it's 2-1.
I don't really quite get this. They play him to pull, and you see the first 3 pitches, fastballs away.
Makes no sense.
And then Hardy crept up a little bit, and then 2-0, he backed up.
Away again.
Away again.
Swings and misses. Do you remember as much shifting that is going on right now that's gone on in the past?
No, not at all. I mean, this is like nightly. It could be 3 or 4 guys in the lineup. It used to be just one guy, right? Ted Williams.
At most, yeah.
Or whatever, right? There was just Willie McCovey. I remember as a kid. You'd see it, every once in a while. But we see this nightly, don't we? From both teams.
We had the chance to see Willie McCovey when we were in San Francisco.
Yeah. McCovey Cove, right?
Yes. 2-2. Swinging a foul by Nava. Still 2-2. And we'll start following Nesson on Twitter for the latest breaking news and programming alerts. It's all available on your computer and mobile device. Follow us on twitter.com/Nesson.
I mean, to me, with 2 strikes, you're going to cut it down a little bit. You're not trying to yank as much. See ya.
In there for strike 3. Nava knew it, takes with him. The 4th strikeout for Chris Tillman. And a little wiggle on him.
That's a curveball for your Bush right there. That's what I'm talking about, Don. That is nasty. This kid's got a 12-6. This kid is tall, and I tell you what, he's got nasty stuff, and there's a reason why he's the ace of their staff.
Now Johnny Gomes will take a pitch up high for ball 1. Gomes struck out swinging in the 2nd inning, one of the 4 Ks Tillman has in the game. And on the ground left side, Machado to his left. And there are 2 outs in the inning. Well, for every Red Sox game that goes into extra innings or the Sox get a save, CBS Pharmacy will make a donation to Boston Children's Hospital towards their $25,000 donation this season. 2 down, 4 in a row, retired by Chris Tillman, and it brings up Jared Saltalamacchia. It's been a well-pitched game so far. It's sort of what we figured coming in. Lester against Tillman, and both have lived up to it.
Absolutely. Once again, the shift on Salty, same kind of deal, just like Nava.
Curveball snapped off for strike 1. Here's the shift on the right side. Saltalamacchia offers, and it's 0-2. Call made by McClellan.
Saltalamacchia last night, you saw him hit that ball off the top of the left field wall, almost a solo bomb. Meanwhile, he scored on the thing. Did he not?
On the thing.
He scored on the thing. You know, with 2 outs like that, he's running because he's going to have a tough time scoring on anything, but it had to be almost a flare for him to score easily.
I thought his ball was gone.
I did too.
Swing and a miss. Tillman makes quick work of him. That's 5 strikeouts for Tillman. Sox down in order. It's 2-1 Baltimore. The Red Sox, if they can win tonight's game, would pull ahead by 3.5 games over the Tampa Bay Rays as a result of highlights you just saw from earlier today.
I didn't know the Rays were going on a 10-game West road trip.
Yes, they have still that long trip to go. That really is tough.
It really is. And this is the time you'd think you can get some separation from them.
And you think about what the Red Sox just went through, 16 out of 19 away from Fenway Park, and the fact that they came back still in first place, that's pretty good.
Absolutely.
Now, Nate McLeod leading it off here in the visiting half of the 5th inning. He has popped out to second, walked and scored. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Two runs, 4 hits, no errors for Baltimore. Run, 4 hits, and no errors for the Red Sox. Fly ball to center field. Ellsbury heads back and gets there on the dirt of the track to make that catch for the first out of the 5th inning. The Red Sox end of summer family packs are available now and include free parking courtesy of the shops at Prudential Center, as well as free duck tour rides to Fenway Park. Visit redsox.com/family packs for more information. One down here in the 5th inning is Manny Machado. Has walked and doubled, drove in a pair of runs with his double in the 3rd inning. The difference in the game. Orioles on top 2-1.
He wasn't going to get a first pitch fastball, that's for sure.
High and deep to left. If it stays fair, it's gone, but it's down the line and it'll be foul.
Whoa.
A blast to left field, but a foul ball, fortunately for John Lester.
I was going to say, how is he going to keep this ball fair? This ball was kind of in on him, and this ball's so high, but it's not even close. The ball is foul, but a long foul home run.
Third base umpire Marvin Hudson on the call as he got right down that line to get a better look. Machado with a swing and a miss that time. Good cutter down and in, 1-2.
Oh, he's down on one knee. You see this cutter down, almost trying to leave earth again.
And that Adrian Beltre down to a knee swing. Fly ball driven out to right center field the other way. Victorino calling and catching. Out number 2. Ellsbury was there as well, but Shane called him off, and Ellsbury just veered off as Victorino again showing good speed to get out to deep right center.
Well, John's not exactly fooling anybody. He's giving up some long outs, the foul ball home run, and then you see if he would have hit this ball the other way out of here, this would have been really impressive. But once again, Victorino camping almost under this ball, calls off Ellsbury.
Well, legs bother him again or not. He's certainly been tested out there in right field tonight, having to run a lot. 2 down in the inning, and Adam Jones, the batter, struck out in the 1st, reached on an infield hit in the 3rd. As long as Victorino can stay healthy, you got to feel good about anything that goes from center to right field not falling in here at Fenway Park. They have been a great combination out there. You really have 2 center fielders playing in center and in right.
Especially in right field. In this Fenway right field is so big. I mean, from our vantage point, it's like it's so big.
There's a lot of green.
It's so impressive to watch somebody run it down in right field. And then you run out of room right down the line. You can't get carried away, and he has already this year a few times. And he's got the arm.
That's the other thing.
I mean, that's the other thing. There's not a whole lot of guys that have his kind of arm.
Think of center fielders the Red Sox have had that have not had very good arms. Johnny Damon, probably the only part of Jacoby Ellsbury's game that is not top notch would be his arm.
Oh, they're like little pop guns, man. I mean,
Coco Crisp does not have a great arm.
It's amazing how many center fielders didn't have a good arm. He can go get him, though.
(3-1) to Adam Jones. Outside for ball 4, and he walks Jones. That is the third walk given up by John Lester in his outing. This one comes with 2 outs. We'll bring up Chris Davis.
You know, decent velocity for Lester tonight, but command issues. The big walk that really got him was McLeod when he walked him. He hit him on the hand and didn't end up taking first base, ended up walking him, and the double by Machado is the game.
Chris Davis fouls it off to the left. He is 0 for 2 tonight. Struck out swinging in the first inning, flied out to right in the third inning. Orioles wearing the number 4 patch, of course, for Hall of Fame manager Earl Weaver. Passed away right before spring training this last offseason. The 1 pitch is in there for strike 2. Did you cross paths with Earl Weaver in your career?
Yeah, well, I pitched the other side of the field several years, but here, see a good curveball by John after the high fastball. You just wonder how he's going to put him away. As far as Earl's concerned, I never had anything to do with him. I mean, he never hooted on me. Had no problem with him. I think Jim Palmer had a lot of problems with him.
Yes, he did.
Didn't he? That's all I ever hear about. They didn't get along at all.
You and Jim are close. All you Hall of Famer types are.
Yeah.
You know, you all hang out. You know, a cool guy club. You know.
Yeah, it's not such a bad thing.
No, it's a good club to be a part of.
Absolutely.
0-2 pitch to Chris Davis. And a fly ball lifted to left field as Gomes back on the track, and this will be off the wall. From first base, Jones going to try and score. He will. And the Orioles will take a 3-1 lead. And it all starts with a 2-out walk for John Lester. It turns into a run.
That's how Fenway gets you. It'll bite you, I'll tell you. This ball is not hit all that well by Davis. He just sort of skies this ball the other way, and you as soon as he hit it, I'm saying, oh no, because there's 2 outs and Jones is running on it, and it just sort of scrapes the wall. I don't know how far up the scoreboard it went. Almost like hit the Baltimore sign on the scoreboard, and Jones scores easily.
That is a scraper. You could tell the way Gomes played it. He wasn't sure if he's going to be able to catch it or not. Not seen him that close to the wall before on that play, but it does grab it on the way down. And Davis gets an RBI double, his 121st RBI of the year. Now Wieters will take a pitch down and in. 0 for 2. He's hit the ball hard twice. Flied out to the warning track in center in the second. Flied out to the warning track in right in the third. He's got nothing to show for it. And John Lester working with 2 outs here in the 5th inning. So 4 2/3 for Lester. They have 5 hits, 2 runs, 3 walks, and 3 Ks. He's thrown 93 pitches, working with 2 outs in the 5th inning, so that pitch count is high.
It's been a battle. It's been a battle for him. Hooray for velocity. You got to have command.
You think that indicates that he was too strong tonight, starting the game? Because you said it right out of the gate. He seemed very strong.
We've seen that number go to 94 a lot tonight. But it's just been rough. I mean, he hasn't had any quick at bats. That's how they do. When he has a tough time, they foul balls off, and he can't put anybody away quickly.
Outside for ball 3.
This game could get away from him right now. 3-1 count to Wieters. You got Hardy on deck waiting to try to crush something. He's
fouled off, full count. Well, you can help us out by taking a quick 2-minute survey. We'll give you the chance to have dinner, watch the pregame show with TC and one of our all-star analysts in the NESN studios. Visit NESN.com/survey during tonight's game for your chance to win. 2 outs. Chris Davis at second base, and a 3-2 pitch to Matt Wieters. And a grounder foul.
a 3-2 cutter, gets in on his hands, fights it off. That thing is eating him up. It's not going down. It's kind of going sideways. Let's try to paint him down in a way. Maybe hit a ground ball, punch him out, whatever.
And a ground ball to shortstop. Stephen Drew's got it. His throw to first is in time and inning over. A run for the Orioles who take a 3-1 lead. Jenny Dell will have a Fenway story when we come back. Grab a delicious Farmhouse Blend iced coffee for just 99 cents for any size. That's right, just 99 cents, any size, anytime, only at Cumberland Farms. And we head to the last half of the 5th inning at Fenway, 3-1. Orioles have the lead over the Red Sox as they tack on another run in the top half of the inning. 8-9-1 coming up for Boston. Stephen Drew, Will Middlebrooks, and Jacoby Ellsbury scheduled against Chris Tillman. While Lester has thrown 98 pitches, Tillman about to throw his 67th of his outing. A little more economical as that is strike one to Stephen Drew. Only run he gave up was the run in the 2nd inning.
Well, he hasn't walked anybody.
He's got 6 Ks, 5 Ks.
He's featured some decent cheese. He threw a couple of buckling hooks and some changeups that aren't all that good. You see, last time up, Drew hit a changeup. RBI single to right field.
Fouled off again. Still 0-2.
You see that sort of. I had him when we were in Baltimore. We had him, and I was watching his windup. Big guy like that, kind of an abbreviated windup. Do you think he'd try to gather it a little bit more and throw it as hard? You know, see him. He's not even moving.
In the air to right field. Back goes Markakis. He'll have room for the first out of the inning. Send it down to Jenny Dell.
Well, Don, we are still honoring the Jimmy Fund Month here in August, and I'm lucky enough to be joined here with Rick from Bill Ricka. And Rick, can you share your story with us?
Well, I'm going to chemo treatments down Dana-Farber. I go every 3 weeks. I've been through 6. It's been not as bad as I thought it would be. I look pretty good for someone who's been 6 chemo treatments, and I'm really thrilled at the way things have been working out so far.
You do look fantastic. Now, the work at Dana-Farber, what can you say about that institute?
I can't say enough for those people. They're the nicest people that I ever met. I mean, Linda and Dr. Cardarella and Andrew, they're just great people. They make it real easy and comforting. And the nurses, it's awesome.
You were honored by the Red Sox here today, able to throw out the first pitch. We were just talking about what a big Red Sox fan you are. What was that moment like for you?
Oh, it's incredible to think of how many people have been on that mound. All my boys, Luigi Arndt and Dennis Eckersley, and the '78 team was the best team ever that they had. I don't care what anybody says. It's amazing the years I've been following this, and to be here tonight is an awesome thing.
Well, for fans at home, we raised $3.3 million for the Jimmy Fund Radio Telethon in the last 2 days. But for people at home that may still be thinking about donating, what would your message be for them?
Oh, please, just keep going. It's been wonderful. You guys are super supporting this program. Even after all the money that was spent on the #1 fund and all that, you guys still reach in your pockets. This is a great place to live, and I love living around here, and you people are awesome. Keep giving. Keep it up. We're doing great.
Thank you for sharing your story with us, Rick.
Thank you, Jay.
Back to you.
All right, Jay, thanks very much. This one fouled off to the right, out of play. Wish him well. We'll talk about the 1978 team. Still near and dear to your heart.
Yeah, you never hear that, right? I mean, especially after all the great teams, 2004 and 7.
Two-two pitch. Middlebrook swings and misses, strikes out. Fastball away that time. It's his 6th strikeout for Chris Tillman.
A little giddy up on this fastball. It sort of gets halfway there and by you. Look at this thing. And this isn't like 98. It's 93 with a little late movement.
Pitch Zone on Nesson brought to you by Amica. Amica Insurance, great service, great coverage, and a great price for auto, home, or life insurance. 2 outs in the 5th. 7 in a row retired by Tillman now. And here's Jacoby Ellsbury. Now, if you guys had won the 1-game playoff, how did you feel about taking on what would have been
Kansas
the Royals
City.
and then
Kansas
LA,
City.
right?
We would have had to have gone to Kansas City. We didn't play very well in Kansas City with that turf because they could run.
We could. Wilson and others.
Yeah, we didn't really run very well. So who knows what would have happened. Once again, a best out of 5 series, right, which I don't like.
Too short.
Too short. It's got to be a 7-game series. Anybody can win that. But the Yankees went there and beat them 3 out of 5, and then ended up beating the Dodgers in the World Series. It was a Bucky Dent World Series, but Bucky Dent was the MVP of that World Series.
What a postseason.
Yeah. And he wasn't exactly their best player. What new? That's what happens in those series.
1-2 on the ground to third base. Machado across the diamond in time to get Ellsbury. And to end the inning, 8 in a row retired by Tillman. We're through 5. It's 3-1 Baltimore. For the Red Sox and scout the Sox next opposition. It's the Chicago White Sox. White Sox have not fared well this year, but they've had great production this month from 3 players. Obviously, Al Garcia, who came over from the Tigers, Alexei Ramirez, and Jordan Danks are all hitting over 300 for Chicago in August, and 3 have combined for 16 doubles, 6 homers, and 28 RBIs. Of course, you got the power of Adam Dunn mixed in there as well, as White Sox coming to town for the first of 3 beginning tomorrow night.
Canerco, right?
Yes. White Sox really have not had a good season. They are 20 games under 500 at 56 and 76, and are 20.5 games back of the Tigers.
They were in it last year. Remember, they gave the Tigers a run for their money.
First action we've seen in the Red Sox pen. Brandon Workman. 1-1 to J.J. Hardy. Fouls it back and out of play. Lester with a high pitch count as he starts this 6th inning, now up over 100 pitches.
Just hasn't gone smooth tonight. You know, 2-pitch out, none of those. Everything is big counts, foul balls.
And that leads to high pitch counts, and that's where he is right now. He's gotten Hardy twice in the game tonight, as he's at 102 at the moment. Long way from his season high and not quite to his season average. Inside to Hardy, 2-2. Lester giving up 2 runs in the 3rd inning on the 2-run double by Manny Machado, and an RBI double to Chris Davis in the 5th.
You make a good pitch sometimes. You want it to be an out, and it's a foul ball. That's when things aren't working good for you. Some nights you just everything goes right, and he's had everything go right really the last 4 starts. The last 2 in particular, San Francisco and L.A.
Fly ball hit out to left center field. Ellsbury coming from center makes the catch for the first out of the 6th inning. I want to remind you to stay with NESN after the game for WB Mason's Extra Innings Live. Tom Caron and Hall of Famer Jim Rice will break down the game, and Jenny will bring you Clubhouse Reaction. WB Mason Extra Innings Live. Can't go wrong when you buy right. WB Mason. 1 down in the 6th inning. Nick Markakis 0 for 2 in the contest. He has popped out to 3rd and struck out swinging. Line and caught at 3rd base by Will Middlebrooks. Good reaction play.
So beautiful play by Middlebrooks. This ball is by him. See, line drive by Markakis. His ball is behind him and he catches it.
So 2 down here in the 6th inning. Sharply hit, but reeled in by Middlebrooks. And here's Danny Valencia, 2 for 2 with a pair of doubles in this game. Both to left field as he takes the breaking ball for strike 1. Valencia getting in 10 games last year with the Red Sox. Spending the bulk of his major league career with the Minnesota Twins. Hit at 143 for the Red Sox in the action that he saw last year.
Had a nice rookie year for the Twins. What was that, 2010? They were in the playoffs?
That was his first year in the big leagues. See, Matt Thornton has joined Brandon Workman in the pen for Boston. And 85 games in 2010, he hit .311. 7 homers and 40 runs batted in his first year in the majors. Had 15 home runs in 2011. Spending the entire season in the big leagues that year. Fouled straight back, full count.
He's had some good swings off Lester.
Six full counts in this game for John Lester. He has walked 3, struck out 3. Tries to get his way here through the 6th inning. Payoff pitch. And Valencia strikes out. So Lester picks up his 4th K, gets through the 6th, but it's 3-1 Baltimore. For NESN Sports Today, presented by People's United Bank. Jameson Coyle and Leah Hextall bring you everything you need to know about the day in sports. Lead team coverage from the Pats preseason finale against the Giants, including locker room reaction. Also on tap is a preview of this weekend's PGA Deutsche Bank Championship. Andy Brinkley on Peter Chiarelli's contract extension, a preview of the Sox upcoming series against the White Sox. All that and more comes your way immediately following our Sox coverage on NESN Sports Today. Shane Victorino leads it off and takes strike 1. Tillman has thrown 81 pitches and has retired the last 8 Red Sox in a row.
Well, we've seen a good curveball from Tillman. You see, I can't get over his windup, though. You know, there's not much going on. It's just very simple.
Breaking ball didn't break. Eastern Mass Lexus Dealers bring you the pitching line for Chris Tillman. Into the 6th inning, 4 hits, only the 1 run. Has not walked anybody and has 6 strikeouts in his outing.
Well, the pressure was on this kid taking the mound with the Orioles not wanting to get swept. The situation that they're in coming in 7.5 games out, trying to chase the wild card. I think trying to win this division, they can forget about it.
High drive to left. Does it have enough? Yep. Into the monster seats for Shane Victorino. The flying Hawaiian is getting it done. Red Sox back within a run. It's 3-2.
He is getting it done. You talk about the couple home runs he hit the other night that were lasers. This one was hit even harder. 3-1 fastball. He knows what to do with it. Look at that swing. This ball is crushed. This ball is rising out of here. He is some kind of roll right now.
4 home runs in the last 4 games for Shane Victorino. Now 12 on the year.
Man, he's chasing balls down. He's going bridge. I mean, he's doing it all.
Pedroia fouls it back and is down 0-2. Sox have now hit 139 home runs this season. With it, S&S Express donated another $500 to the Red Sox Foundation, brings the season total to $69,500. S&S Express committed to helping the cause.
I mean, he's hitting right-handed off right-handed pitching. This is crazy. Yes. Why would you ever hit left-handed again?
Doesn't seem to be a reason. It's 7 strikeout for Tillman as he gets Pedroia. A fastball, 94 miles an hour, that gets by him.
So tempting for Pedroia. He just can't get to it. You know, Pedroia loves the high fastball, but this ball's by him.
1 out for David Ortiz. Orioles defensively going into the shift. David 0 for 2 in the game tonight. 0 for his last 20 at the plate. And a curveball in there for strike 1. This will be the 90th pitch coming up for Tillman. And it's fouled at the plate. 0-2.
You see the tilt on that breaking ball, off speed, and then you got that 94 coming at you. It jumps at you.
He'll bounce in for ball 1. A few fans coming to the games this weekend here at Fenway. Remember that students will be moving back into many colleges and universities in the surrounding area. You're encouraged to consider any of the many convenient public transportation options available to get you here for the game and help minimize the traffic congestion in Kenmore Square. There's a grounder foul, so keep that in mind for those of you who are coming here to see the Red Sox and the White Sox this weekend. A lot of congestion. Tough to move in.
I've seen it.
I've done it.
Have you? Woo. That's crazy, isn't it?
It's been a while since I did it.
Furniture everywhere.
Yes. I mean, double parking.
Oh,
to try to get the furniture in, it's not an easy task.
You're going to take over this city. Here they come.
1-2 pitch. Outside 2-2.
Or you're waiting for Ortiz to just run into one.
Chops it right side. The shift in full force. It's Roberts who throws him out at first base for the second out of the 6th inning. Well, Dunkin' Donuts is proud to give back in every Sox home game. Dunkin' hosts a nonprofit children's organization. Tonight we welcome the Hopkinton Middle School Special Olympics team from New Hampshire to historic Fenway Park. Dunkin' Donuts committed to the community. Two down here in the 6th inning. And it brings up Daniel Nava. He doubled in the 2nd, struck out in the 4th. Driven to right center field towards the triangle, and that's going to get down. Jumps up into the seats for a ground rule double for Daniel Nava. Well, towards the 420 marker, and the tying run is in scoring position with 2 down.
Nava pulls this ball. This ball is going to be gone into the bullpen. He gets a fastball, puts a beautiful swing on it. Lifts this ball. You think it's got a chance when it goes off his bat, but just the wrong part of the ballpark once again. Little triangle out there, one hop into the bleachers. that ball about 410 feet. Pulls it a little bit. This is a tie game.
The career high in doubles now for Nava in a single season.
You think they'd get their bullpen started to bounce around out there?
There is some bouncing around going on. I just looked out there.
It's a good time to bounce around.
They are bouncing around. It's 22 doubles now for Nava. Had 21 last year. Johnny Gomes, the batter. Chance to tie this game or more as he takes ball one. On the ground right side, ranging is Roberts. His throw off balance and in time to get Gomes. Ends the inning. Red Sox get a run back on the home run by Victorino. It's 3-2 Baltimore. Park. Red Sox will play the White Sox through the weekend, then battle the Tigers next week. Get your tickets now for these great matchups by calling 877 Red Sox 9 online at redsox.com/tickets or visit the Fenway Park ticket office. 3-2 Orioles on top of the Red Sox. We head to the top of the 7th inning. It's called to the bullpen. It's brought to you on Nesson by your New England Ford dealers. Matt Thornton into the game here for Boston. Thornton appearing in his 52nd game. 0-4, 3.44 earned run average between Chicago and Boston. Opponent sitting at 268 against him. As Brian Roberts leads it off here in the 7th for the O's. Nate McClout, then Manny Machado.
You need to get Matt Thornton ready is what you do, because he may be an important part going down the stretch. That's what you got him for. He's been doing it for a long time.
Yeah, he's the type veteran coming in left-handed that could really help you out, as well as Craig Breslow has done a very nice job. Again, last night ended up getting the win.
You couldn't ask for more out of Breslow all year. He's been good. I mean, multiple innings, right-handed, left-handed hitters, doesn't matter. But 4 left-handers in the bullpen for the Red Sox right now is unheard of.
Roberts fouls it back. Still 1-2.
This feels like they should be winning, like Baltimore should be up 5-2 or something, but
how's that feel?
Yeah, because you think that he's been outpitched. Tillman outpitched Lester, but Lester didn't pitch all that bad. Only gave up 3 runs. Not a horrible outing at all.
It's a quality start.
Quality start.
6 innings, 3 runs.
I know, isn't that something? But he just didn't look that good. You know, a lot of pitches, a lot of deep counts. Meanwhile, it's 3-2.
2-2 pitch. Roberts fights it off foul. Will do it again. Now, Thornton, since joining the Red Sox, and he joined the Sox on the 12th of July, he's 0-1 with a 2.08 earned run average. He's given up only 2 earned runs in 8 2/3 innings. His 12th game in a Red Sox uniform. Oh, bloop out to right center. In comes Ellsbury, diving to make the catch in center.
That is that patented catch by Ellsbury. Makes his headlong dive. It's a little crunch job. You think this ball is going to fall in, but Ellsbury makes his play. You see that so much. You just don't want to see him get hurt, but that's how he does it.
1 down in the 7th inning. 5 in a row retired by Red Sox pitching. Nate McLeod, the batter. He has popped out to second, walked, and flied out to the warning track in center field last time up. Let's take strike 1. A high strike call that time.
You see how important outfielders are. You know, defensive outfielders. We saw it from Victorino. That's probably why you think this game is. I think the game is. Should have been more runs scored by.
Some blasts.
Yes. Seems like he only gave up 3. Seems like he gave up 5. Easy.
Nobody appreciates defense more than a former pitcher.
Because it's all forgotten. You know, it's like, hey, nice job. Meanwhile, if that ball wasn't caught, oh my goodness, this could have been a nuclear outing.
Right. More pitches.
More pitches.
More guys on.
May not get out of the 5th.
Thornton wanted it, didn't get it. Got the high strike, but not the low strike. And it's 2-2. You talk to guys who come up from AAA for the first time and appear at the major league level as pitchers, and one thing they always say is how good the defense is here compared to there.
Totally.
This is chopped right side. Pedroia to first base. 2 down in the inning. I'll remind you to get set for every Red Sox game on NESN with Red Sox Game Day Live presented by DCU. NESN's pregame coverage of the Sox begins an hour before every game. DCU Digital Federal Credit Union, banking the DCU way.
The problem with that, though, when you're in the minor leagues, what's easier in the minor leagues, guys swinging at everything. I used to punch guys out just to stay in shape down there. They'd swing it. Then you get to the big leagues. Sure, you have great defense, but all of a sudden they're not swinging at that stuff.
And
it's
mistakes, it seems like,
yeah, you don't
make
get
down there,
right.
get away with them, but here you're not so much.
No, not so much. You know, when I first came up to the big leagues, I thought you had to go full blast. I had to throw it as hard as I could, or I wasn't trying. And I was grunting, and I walked the house. I mean, I had a nice, good first year, but nobody had seen me, so I tricked everybody. They said, "Who's this guy throwing this sidearm stuff?" You know,
Grunting.
Yeah. Well, the next year they figured it out.
Gave you your lunch.
Yes, I got my lunch first half of the season.
Driven to deep left field off the bat, Machado, and it's going to be high off the wall. Played nicely by Gomes, going to hold him to a very long single. Gomes played it very well. Machado with a long single and his second hit of the night.
Well, he just sort of lunges for this ball. This swing is incredible. This kid has got some kind of talent. See him out front a little bit, just sort of flips it. One arm flip, and how could this not be a double? Gomes plays it perfectly. And Machado doesn't even risk it. With 2 outs, you might as well stay.
So 2 down, Machado at first base, and Adam Jones the batter. Swing and a miss. This one gets away from Saltalamacchia. Machado's going to try it. The throw not going to be in time. He broke right away. And a little bit there for Saltalamacchia, not knowing where the ball was initially.
Kind of wonder, he throws this fastball right down in the dirt. He backhands it, doesn't know where it is. You see Machado, he doesn't take off right away. He's going back. He didn't get a good jump at all, but he gets in there easy because Salty just never found it quick enough.
They charge Thornton with a wild pitch. That gets Machado into scoring position here with 2 down. Orioles have done a lot of their damage with 2 outs in the inning tonight. Crowder softly trickled down the third baseline. Middlebrooks will bluff the throw. Took a look at third base. He had no chance to get Jones, who runs well. And it's first and third now with 2 down. Not the hardest ball Jones will ever hit, but well placed.
Well, he can't do anything about this. Jones gets out of the box decently right here. He smells a hit. You think about letting it go foul, but it's too far deep into the grass, and he holds on to it wisely.
So first and third with 2 down, and Chris Davis coming up. He struck out, fly to right, and doubled to drive in a run in the 5th inning. The difference in the game, in fact. With the Orioles on top of the time, 3-1, now lead 3-2.
Thornton kind of right over the top, not like really, no deception. He used to bring it. He used to throw a lot harder than he does now, but it looks straight. Fastball straight. He doesn't have that biting breaking ball, sweeping breaking ball that you see a lot of left-handers have. He used to just get by with high gas.
Fly ball down the left field line will make its way foul. We're spending time this month on the DL from the 5th of August through the 24th. With the right oblique strain. Activated on the 25th of August, so just a couple of days ago. Davis cranks another one foul off to the left.
He's trying to crowd him. That ball sort of crept out over the middle of the plate. Anytime this guy has a good pass at the ball, you think it's going to be a bomb. So he's trying to get this ball inside, but it's down the middle. Well, at least inner half. Boy, he gets extended. Careful.
Davis in on the hands, flips a fly ball to shallow center. Ellsbury will make the catch. That ends the inning. The Orioles strand a pair. It's 7th inning stretch, and it's 3-2 Baltimore. next week, so we look forward to learning everything we need to know from the Pats' last preseason game tonight. That and more comes our way on NESN Sports Today, presented by People's United Bank tonight after our Sox coverage. It's 3-2, Baltimore on top of Boston as we head into the home half of the 7th inning. It'll be the bottom third of the Red Sox order. Jared Saltalamacchia, Stephen Drew, and Will Middlebrooks scheduled to bat. Or Chris Tillman, not yet reached the century mark tonight. He's shy of it, 98 pitches. As he starts the bottom of the 7th inning.
He's just trying to get through the 7th inning and give it to the bullpen.
Saltalamacchia 0 for 2 in the game tonight. He is flied out to left and struck out swinging.
There's people bouncing around right now just in case he walks somebody. Nobody's ready, but they can get ready.
Ground ball outside of first and foul. 2-1.
Still pitching. 2-0 changeup. He's not going after anybody throwing him a cookie.
Kevin Gossman up in the bullpen. And there for a strike. 2-2.
One of their young studs.
On the ground down the first baseline. Davis has got it. He'll tag the bag. And the first out here at the bottom of the 7th. So Saltalamacchia 0 for 3 in the game. Now the Ford Summer Spectacular is here, and it feels so good to get a blockbuster deal on a new Ford car, crossover, SUV, or truck at New England Ford dealers. One out in the bottom of the 7th inning for Stephen Drew. 1 for 2 in the game. He is singled and flied to right as he takes strike 1. And the Orioles, you mentioned, now in the American League East, find themselves 7.5 games back of Boston heading into this game tonight. But very much in the thick of things in the wild card race. There are several teams, however. They got Tampa Bay and Oakland with the wild card spots at the moment. Like Cleveland 4.5 games back, and the O's 4.5 games back, with the Yankees all of a sudden in the mix. High fly ball down the right field line. It'll make its way into the seats.
Well, they're going to New York from here for a weekend series.
Big games there, but.
And then Cleveland right after that, so they can. Somebody sweeps one way or another, it changes everything. But you just, if you don't win series going out there, you're not going anywhere.
Texas Rangers moving past the Oakland A's this past month. The A's were in first place for a long time this year. 1-2 pitches off the plate. 2-2.
Well, Oakland played Detroit tough until today. It looks like Detroit beat them 7-6, and you see that 50 up there. It looked like Balfour must have given it up. Of course, he's had a great year for them.
Fouled off to the left, out of play. Coming into today, both Texas and Oakland had won 3 straight games.
I heard where Cabrera went out, took himself out of the game today, some kind of hip injury or something. And
Tigers do not need that. 2-2. And a swing and a miss. Drew strikes out. 8th strikeout for Chris Tillman. 2 down.
It's pretty impressive by Tillman tonight. You see the fastball. We've seen a lot of these fastballs get on these hitters. Punch out number 7.
Amica Insurance, proud sponsor of the Amica Pitch Zone. 2 outs in the 7th inning for Will Middlebrooks. 0 for 2 in the game. He is fouled out to the second baseman, Brian Roberts, and struck out swinging.
For the importance of this game for Baltimore, I think this is a great outing by Chris Tillman. 14-4 coming in.
towards right center field. And from right comes Markakis. A good running catch. Caught it about knee high to end the bottom of the 7th. We head to the 8th. 3-2 Baltimore. W.B. Mason delivers right down the middle 100% of the time. Order by 11:30 a.m. and receive your delivery same day guaranteed. All the brands you want at prices you love. Who but W.B. Mason? 8th inning back at Fenway, 3-2. Orioles have the lead over the Red Sox as Baltimore comes to bat. And Brandon Workman becomes the 3rd Boston pitcher of the night. 10th appearance, 3-2. 4.65 earned run average, 34 Ks to 8 walks. And opponents hitting at 277 against Workman. Struck out both batters he faced in the bottom of the 9th inning back in San Francisco on the 19th of August. To finish a 7-0 shutout. This guy's not had a lot of work lately.
It's been a long time.
Yes.
You got to get out there. Who'd you rather have? Starters go 7 innings or everybody getting their work in?
I'd rather have starters go 7 innings.
And that's what's been happening around here.
Unless I'm a reliever. And then I want to get in.
Yeah, you got to get in at some point. I mean, throw on the side all you want. That doesn't cut it. There's adrenaline out there waiting for you. I couldn't pitch without adrenaline. I'd get my lunch.
On the ground to first base. Tough hop, but Nava stays with it. He'll tag the bag. 1 out. This game summary is brought to you by Xfinity from Comcast. Tillman, the starter, has gone the first 7 innings for the Orioles. Throwing 111 pitches in the first 7. Valencia is 2 for 3. Machado 2 for 3 in this game. John Lester on the hook as he departs. 6 innings, giving up 3 runs on 5 hits. Daniel Nava 2 for 3 in the game at first base. Here is J.J. Hardy with 1 out in the 8th. Was a scoring change, incidentally, initially. Matt Thornton in charge with a wild pitch, allowing Manny Machado to reach second base in the 7th. They had changed that to a pass ball. Charge to Saltalamacchia on the play that allowed Machado to reach second base. One to Hardy. On the outside corner for strike 2. There's Tommy Hunter. We've seen him in the series.
Saw him last night.
That's why we've seen him in the series.
Got the L.
I couldn't remember if it was last night or the night before.
Oh, he gave up that thing.
That's right.
He's the guy that gave up the thing.
How can I forget? The games all seem to blend together after a while, you know?
They really do.
And Workman off the backside of the hill as Hardy waits. Markakis waiting on deck. Fouled off to the right, out of play.
I'll tell you, if you haven't been out in that mound and you throw on the side all you want, and I tell you, when you get on that mound, that just the adrenaline's incredible. It really is.
Can't be replicated.
No.
In a side session.
No.
Bullpen.
Not even close.
Ball 4 and down to first goes J.J. Hardy. It's the 4th walk given up by Red Sox pitching.
Come in this game, it's a 1-run game. You got to keep him close, and he looks like he's overthrown a little bit. Good velocity, but he's upstairs a lot.
Covidien, delivering innovative healthcare products across the globe, is a proud sponsor of the Red Sox Foundation. 1 out. J.J. Hardy at first and Nick Markakis the batter. It's been an 0 for 3 showing tonight for Markakis. Markakis dropped to 7th in the order. He does not have a hit in tonight's game. Orioles as a team have 7. Red Sox have 6. And trail by a run. There's a strike, 1-1. Think about it. Brandon Workman began the year in Double-A Portland, promoted to the Paw Sox in June. It's 8-2 with a 3.21 earned run average between the two locations as a starter. Throw to first and back to the bag is Hardy.
Well, the question is, do the Red Sox have enough in the bullpen? That's the question.
John Farrell was asked about that today.
Yeah, and he sort of hemmed and hawed, didn't he?
Yes.
He said something to the effect, well, there'll be some guys coming up. But he wasn't really a good answer, was it?
The question was about the waiver wire.
Right.
And
yeah.
kind of running out of time on that.
Will we use it or not? Maybe.
Maybe.
So do you have enough? Maybe. Right?
That's kind of hedging the line there a little bit.
Totally.
So maybe they're interested in
you're
somebody.
You're always interested, though. If somebody comes available, I know they're eyeballing somebody because you never have enough. I mean, it's tough putting the pressure on a kid like Workman and Britton, like we've talked about.
There's Craig Breslow warming now in the pen.
You can't go to these guys every day.
Tap foul. It's a piece of Saltalamacchia, and it hangs at 1-2. I really felt like when we broke from spring training that the strength of this Red Sox team was the bullpen. You got Hanrahan, Bailey, Miller, all gone for the year.
Right. And then Uehara and right, they're gone.
Yes, they're gone.
But you think if they were all back, we'd have more than enough.
Wow. You got Zawa for the 6th.
It's all we talked about was the last 4 guys, right?
Yeah.
Because remember, Uehara was early. You'd use him maybe 6th.
Right.
They were going boom, boom, boom. And that sort of disappeared quickly.
So it's changed a ton since really April and May.
But boy, did it work out with Uehara. Oh, my goodness. I mean, that's as good as it gets. He's as good as there is right now.
The more I thought about it today, we had that conversation last night about 10th player. To me, he's got to be the guy.
Right.
The more I thought about it, what he's done.
Yes.
Wow.
It only has 14 saves. It seems like he has 30.
Lot more than that.
Doesn't it? Doesn't it feel like 30?
Yeah. But it didn't start for a while into the season. I mean,
I guess, and it's the way he does it. You know, when it's so easy and clean like that, it seems like more saves.
1, 2, 3.
Like he's been doing this all year. What's everybody got? 40 saves? He should have 40.
wonder how many 1, 2, 3 innings he has had.
I don't know. Seems like a lot. Lot of punch outs. I mean 3 pitch punch outs.
2-2s on the ground, and diving is Pedroia from one knee. Throws out Markakis for the second out of the inning. Good sprawling play by Dustin Pedroia.
It's a classic play by Pedroia. He has this thing all mapped out. He sees it, goes into his dive, smothers it a little bit, makes that play look so easy. A little pick, he's got it. Don't worry about nothing. You get so used to it. You're almost spoiled the way he plays second base.
I thought that ball was ticketed for right field.
Right, and if it did, you'd go, how come he didn't make that play? Because you expect it.
2 outs in the inning. A pinch hitter announced. Wilson Betterment will be coming up here as Juan Nieves. The pitching coach makes his way to the mound. Tonight's Cold Hard Facts are brought to you by Coors Light as we look at Chicago White Sox pitcher Chris Sale. Sale has 6 games in his 4-year career with 12 or more strikeouts. 4 of them have come this season, including last night's win against the Astros. Sale's 10th win of 2013. Those 4 games with a dozen strikeouts are also the most in a season for any White Sox pitcher in team history. Good news for the Red Sox and the fans, as Sale, pitching last night, will not face the Red Sox in the weekend series against the White Sox.
Whoa, I was going to say, they got lucky again.
Yes. So 2 down, pinch hit appearance for Wilson Betterman. His first start last night. And he'll take ball 1.
Talk about a hard luck pitcher, Sale. I don't know what his record is. He's under 500. But he is nasty. Neves must have went out there and told him throw him breaking balls.
Outside for ball 3. Saltalamacchia tried to bring it back to the corner. 3-0. Red Sox will have the top of their order coming up here in the bottom of the 8th. Ellsbury, Victorino, and Pedroia. Brendan Workman trying to keep this a 1-run deficit for Boston. It's 3-0. That's a strike. 3-1. Orioles trying to obtain some insurance here with a runner at second and 2 down in the 8th. Betterman grounds it right side, and Nava picks it. He'll take it himself to the bag. Inning over. Well, Jacoby Ellsbury will lead it off, and we come back to Fenway. Red Sox down by a run. It is because of the defense tonight for the Red Sox.
Oh, a ton of plays. You see Pedroia cuts off that runner going to third. Don't see very often. This is a 2-run double that Victorino runs down. Lester's loving it. And you see this line drive that Middlebrooks makes a nice play on. And another one, Ellsbury's little patented catch, dive catch, saves a leadoff base hit. And then Petey once again into the dive. Makes it look easy. Great defense by the Boston Red Sox tonight.
Well, they are trailing by a run as we head into the bottom of the 8th inning. New pitcher for the Orioles, Tommy Hunter, into his 55th game of the year, 3-3 with a 2.70 earned run average, 49 Ks. Opponent sitting at 214 against the former starter. Now works the 8th with a 1-run lead. Backs off here as he deals with Jacoby Ellsbury to lead it off. And Shane Victorino, Dustin Pedroia, anybody gets on, David Ortiz will have a chance. Strike one.
Boy, he features everything too. You see the curveball, but he's known for his gas. Throws 95, curveball, changeup, cutter.
And Mattis in the pen. The 1 pitch. Outside, 1-1. There's strike 2. Ellsbury twisting out of the box. Hunter took the loss in last night's game. In here again tonight with a 1-run lead. Mike Karp with a pinch hit single. 1-2, very defensive swing, late swing by Ellsbury.
Well, he had Salty last night, 3-2, and he threw him a changeup that he almost hit over the green monster. You see it right there. This ball almost gets out of there. A double, and you see the thing. Fastball in on Karp. Hit soft enough that Scully can score easy. The go-ahead run.
Outside, 2-2. Karp was scheduled to be in the starting lineup tonight, but some shoulder irritation keeps him from the lineup. So Nava starts at first base and Gomes in left. Listed as day-to-day. Ellsbury to right for a base hit. Markakis will play it. Ellsbury leads off the bottom of the 8th inning with a single to right field.
Here we go. Ellsbury's on first base, and you know he's going to want to take off. It's just a matter of time.
Sitting on 49 stolen bases on the year is Jacoby Ellsbury. As Shane Victorino makes his way to the plate. He has struck out, singled, and homered. Red Sox have the closer up, Koji Uehara.
You don't know what Victorino's going to do. He bunts on his own sometimes. You got to, you got to give him a chance to steal the bag.
Hunter doing his best to keep Ellsbury close. Another check and back to the bag. Crossed over to return.
And these are the money bags. This is when everybody knows you want to steal, and you can still go and get it.
Ellsbury started and stopped as a pitch taken for a strike by Shane Victorino.
He almost got a running start there, and he just stopped. If he gets a running start, he's got it easy. He's trying to time it just right. I think he's expecting him to throw over a little bit more.
Back over there again.
Now this is guy Wieters behind the plate, throws as good as anybody. And he has thrown Ellsbury out once before in Baltimore. He threw him out. Not too many people throw him out.
There goes Ellsbury, a bunt, and it is popped up foul by Victorino, and Ellsbury had that base stolen.
I thought he was going to pull it back. You see, he is gone. He's got this base easy. And I don't know if he did it himself. There's no way that bunt was put on by Farrell. I think it's up to him to do what he wants. And he knows Ellsbury had that base stolen.
Now he's down 0-2. Victorino wraps it foul over and above the Orioles dugout.
Boy, a lot of cutters from Hunter.
Hard cutters.
Hard cutters. The base hit by Ellsbury was a cutter.
Ellsbury gains that lead again. There he goes. A pitch out, and the throw is going to be off the mark. Ellsbury steals it. A pitch out, and he still steals it and gets his 50th of the year.
He got that running start again. He gets this running start. He's going to get it easy. Gone. I don't care if it's a pitch out or not. His momentum's going to second base, and wasn't a very easy exchange by Wieters on the throw to second. Ugly throw to second, but he had it stolen.
Third time he's had at least 50 in a season. First the 70 stolen bases in 2009. In scoring position representing the tying run. Swing and a miss at a pitch down and away. Got away from Wieters briefly, so they got to throw him out, and they do. There's Victorino strikes out for the first out of the 8th. Send it down to Jenny Dell.
Well, Don, we're looking for another clutch hit tonight, which reminds our fans at home to vote in our AT&T text poll question of the night. The question is, who do you want to be at the plate in this very situation? Text your vote to 536-536. Right now, the answer is, look who it is, Dustin Pedroia. Don?
We'll see how it works out here as Dustin stands in 0 for 3 tonight. Big Poppy waits on deck behind him. Red Sox with a very good opportunity here in the bottom of the 8th inning, trailing by a run. And Pedroia takes strike one.
Cutter, 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 cutter. All night long by Hunter.
Well, Pedroia could do nothing with tonight's Orioles starter, Chris Tillman. Got him to foul out, fly out, and strikeout. 0-2 the count. It was a 97, the fastball that time from Hunter.
Yeah, that's what he's got. He's got some hump. I'm surprised he throws so many cutters tonight. This is his last batter. You know that Mattis is down throwing there for Ortiz.
Pedroia hits a fly ball to right field. Over is Markakis. He will make the catch. Ellsbury tags. Throw goes to third from Markakis, and it's going to be cut off. Tying run 90 feet away as Pedroia flies out to right for the second out of the inning. They check on Mattis. And against David Ortiz, Mattis is very good. Ortiz is only 1 for 18 in his career against Mattis. And here comes Buck Showalter to go get him.
You think?
I think so.
I think this is a good matchup.
So the pitching change with the score 3-2 right now. brought to you in part by Southwest Airlines, Subaru of New England, Sullivan Tire and Auto Centers, and by Infiniti. Well, it is 3-2. Baltimore on top of Boston with 2 outs here in the 8th inning. Hope you can help us out by taking a quick 2-minute survey. As Brian Mattis checks into the game, his 56th appearance. 2-1 with a 3.57 earned run average, 40 strikeouts to 14 walks, and opponents hitting at .234. And again, David Ortiz 1 for 18 in his career against Mattis. Tying run 90 feet away in Jacoby Ellsbury. Ortiz takes ball 1.
Well, he didn't see the ball off Tillman very well. Tillman's played with him all night long. You think about it, fastballs and curveballs. Maybe he's got a better shot at Mattis.
Tried to hold up, but he goes around, and it's 1-1. David Ortiz individually 0 for his last 21.
That ball is on him. He's in between.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, 1-2.
You know, David's been off a tick all night long. This ball's by him. I mean, this ball is up out of the zone. It's not a good pitch to swing at. He needs the ball down a little bit.
Swing and a miss, and he strikes out Ortiz and ends the 8th. Red Sox lead the tying run at third base, 3-2 Orioles. You can help us out by taking a quick 2-minute survey. We'll give you a chance to have dinner and watch Pregame Show with TC, one of our all-star analysts in the NESN studios. Visit NESN.com/survey during tonight's game for your chance to win. Strike 1. Brian Roberts leading it off here in the 9th inning. 0 for 3 from the number 9 spot in the Orioles order. As he will take strike 2. Brendan Workman back out there for his 2nd inning of relief. His first action in 10 days.
Yeah, a little out of control, I thought, in the first, when he first got out there. Couldn't control his fastball, but he looked like he found it a little bit.
3 ground ball outs in the 8th. Worked his way around a walk in the 8th. Late swing is fouled off by Roberts. Closer for the O's. Jim Johnson up in the pen. So far, Buck Showalter's made all the right moves. Roberts with his swing and a miss. Got away from Saltalamacchia, who will apply the tag. And it's the first strikeout for Brandon Workman. First out of the 9th.
Curveball in the dirt by Workman and gets Roberts to chase. I thought he foul tipped it originally, but strikeout.
Last whiff was brought to you by Head and Shoulders. One down in the 9th inning, and Nate McLeod coming up. He has popped out to second, walked and scored. Flied out to the track in center, and grounded out to second base. Manny Machado waiting on deck. As McLeod swings and misses. 1-1.
It's a big pitch for him, that cutter.
You think about Workman as a starter, he was pretty good.
Oh yeah. All of a sudden he was gone. PV came and he went to the bullpen.
Kind of the odd man out in that regard, but still pretty good future for the Red Sox.
In fact, Stephen Wright took his start in Houston. He followed him up. That's probably the worst he threw was in Houston. He got a W out of it. Gave him what, 4 or 5 innings.
Red Sox came from behind with like 15 runs, I think, in that game.
Oh yeah.
That was quite a series. Red Sox scored a lot of
Those
runs.
are 2 big games. They could have got swept by Houston.
There's ball 4 and a 1-out walk for McLeod. That is the second walk given up by Workman in his outing. And the 5th by Red Sox pitching. But don't forget, NESN's post-game coverage of the Sox begins right after the game with WB Mason Extra Innings Live. Jim and TC break down the highlights. Jenny will bring you reaction from the players. WB Mason Extra Innings Live. You can't go wrong when you buy right. WB Mason.
Might as well get up one of the left-handers. You got 4 of them.
Breslow back up again. He had been up an inning ago. As Machado takes ball 1.
Obviously he's getting up for Chris Davis, which is 2 hitters away.
Throw to first, and back is McLeod to the bag.
I'll tell you, I've never seen more cutters this day and age, huh? Cutter. Everybody has a cutter. It's amazing.
Did you have a cutter?
No. It cut accidentally sometimes. You know, I'd cut to the side of it, but it was different where my angle was bad to have a cutter.
McLeod starts and stops now. A throw to first, and he will get back to the bag. He did not feel he had the jump he needed and then put the brakes on, and Saltalamacchia tried to throw behind him.
Yeah, I'm surprised he stopped so late like that. You don't see that happen very often. Got 29 bags this season, trying to get number 30. You got to go. At some point, he's got to go.
Orioles trying to get some insurance here in the top of the 9th inning. And Machado will take that pitch up and away. 3-0 now.
You worry about that runner. Next thing you know, you're 3-0.
Adam Jones waiting on deck. 1 out here in the 9th. Swinging 3-0. Fouls it off.
I guess he deserves to swing 3-0 the way that he's been mashing the ball tonight. Big double. Really, his double is the difference in this game. Hit a foul ball home run. Hit a ball off the wall. He only got a single on. Should have been a double.
Lonnie Evans on the phone to Dana Levangie. Another foul off to the right as Workman battles his way back. Full count. Nice grab on the backhand.
Man, good thing he brought his glove.
Three-two pitch. There goes McLeod. And a check swing foul in behind the Red Sox dugout. McLeod kind of grabbing at the back of his hamstring. Workman struck out Roberts to begin the inning. He walks Nate McLeod. Now a full count to Manny Machado after he got down 3-0.
We'll strike him out, throw him out here.
There goes McLeod. It is ball 4 outside as it is back-to-back walks allowed by Workman. MLB.TV celebrates 11 years with new low yearly prices. Watch out-of-market games live on over 350 supported mobile and connected devices in HD quality with MLB.TV Premium. Visit MLB.TV today. MLB.TV. Baseball everywhere. 2 on, 1 away, and Adam Jones coming up here as you get into the heart of this Orioles order. Jones struck out in the first and singled in the third, walked in the fifth, and singled again in the seventh. So he has been on 3 times in this game. And he'll take ball 1.
You know, that's what happens when you haven't been out there, what, 9-10 days, whatever it is.
Tazawa joins Breslow in the pen. He's just up.
Got to be careful here.
And a swing and a miss.
Well, he let that ball go. It's not a cutter, it's just a fastball. There was late movement, but Jones is trying to leave.
Swing and a miss. 1-2. Fooled him on that pitch.
Ooh, where'd that come from? A little changeup. Trickster. High cheese, then changeup. You can elevate after this. You see the changeup. It's almost like he throws it like a football or something. Gets to the side of it. It doesn't go. It goes like a slider, a slow slider.
Swing and a miss. Blows him away in the 93-mile-an-hour fastball. What a battle that was, and he comes back to get Adam Jones. There's his second strikeout for Workman, and it's going to be his last as John Farrell makes the change.
And he throws his fastball right down the middle, right by him. The changeup before the previous pitch had a lot to do with that.
Inc. Insurance, proud sponsor of the Make a Pitch Zone. That is the night for Brandon Workman. Greg Breslow will be in when we come back to Fenway. Orioles who are on as he goes an inning and 2/3. As the Red Sox trail 3-2 with 2 down here in the top of the ninth to bring on veteran lefty Craig Breslow. 48th appearance of the year, 4-2 with a 2.14 earned run average, 25 strikeouts, 13 walks, and opponents hitting at .250 against Breslow. He was last night's winning pitcher and has the tall task of facing Chris Davis with 2 outs and 2 on. Here are the numbers against Breslow. 0 for 6 with 4 strikeouts for Davis.
Punched him out last night, did he not? Or was that last week? I think he punched him out on a high fastball last night and got the W.
Well, Davis tonight with an RBI double back in the 5th inning. It is the difference in the game right now. Orioles with a 3-2 advantage. Davis grounds it down the first baseline, foul. Picked by Nava, but called a foul ball.
They got that side of the field covered. You see Nava almost on the line. Ball's foul easy.
Davis chops it fair this time. Nava's got it over to cover as Breslow. The out that ends the inning and keeps this a 1-run game to the bottom of the 9th. 3-2 Baltimore. Lead over the Red Sox. We head to the bottom of the 9th inning. Well, Hess and Hess Express donating $500 to the Red Sox Foundation for every Red Sox home run this season. Sox have now hit 139 home runs, bringing the total of donations to 69,500. Our thanks to Hess and Hess Express, committed to helping the cause. Shea Victorino with his 4th home run in the last 4 games. And the rally hats throughout Fenway Park as the Red Sox come to bat here in the bottom of the 9th inning. The closer for the Orioles into the game, Jim Johnson, his 61st appearance of the year. 40 out of 49. He's got 9 blown saves on the year. As he starts off with strike 1 to Daniel Nava.
It hasn't been an easy year for Jim Johnson. Last year he was awesome, you know. And this year A couple of hiccups here and there. Next thing you know, 9 blown saves, leads the league in blown saves.
Nava grounds it softly down the first baseline. Johnson is going to pick it and do nothing with it. He picked it up. It looked like he was going to go glove to Davis, but instead kind of freezes, and it's a base hit for Nava.
It's a big break for the Red Sox. It's like an out, an easy out. Little tapper back to the mound that Johnson has to chase down. A little awkward going down to get it. He's expecting Davis to be at the bag, and he's right next to him. And he should have continued on to the bag.
Yeah, it looks like if he runs to the bag, right, he beats Nava.
A little awkward going after this ball. He was going to flip it. He was in between.
Johnson, who last year had 51 saves on the year for the Orioles, has been shaky in 2013. Lead runner on for Boston. Here's Johnny Gomes. And he will take ball 1.
It's that hard sinking fastball. He gets a lot of ground balls.
Gomes grounds it foul, and it's 1-1. Johnny tonight 0 for 3. He struck out, grounded out twice. Mike Carp scratched from the starting lineup tonight with some irritation in his left shoulder. It's apparently unavailable to come off the bench. So Gomes batting here against the right-hander. Here's a 1-1. Man, that one's by him at 93.
Look at that ball sink so late. You can see why he gets so many ground balls. You swing and miss on a sinker, that thing is going straight down. He's got a curveball and changeup too, but that's his bread and butter. That nasty sinker.
On the ground towards short, could be 2. Hardy to second for 1, on to first. It is 2. Johnny Gomes grounding into the double play, 2 down in the 9th.
That's exactly what you're going to do with this hard sinker, and that's what Johnson gets paid to do. Another sinker like Taylor made double play, little flip to Roberts, got all the time in the world to turn it.
2 outs now in the 9th. And Jared Saltalamacchia, the batter, 0 for 3. Just 1 for 11 against Jim Johnson in his career as he takes ball 1.
Dropped a little hook on him right there.
Johnson wants a new baseball from home plate umpire Tim McClellan and gets one. Outside for ball 2.
Make him get that sinker up. Try to hit that ball left center field.
Swing and a miss.
Little 2-0 changeup.
Fouled straight back. 94 on the fastball, and it's even at 2-2 as the Red Sox are down to their last strike.
That was the pitch. That was the pitch he could have driven.
Stephen Drew hoping he'll get a chance. Waiting on deck. 2-2 pitch. Saltalamacchia strikes out, and the ball game is over. The Orioles able to salvage the final game of the series. And a big game for Baltimore. A tough loss for the Red Sox, and a tight one tonight from Fenway. 3-2 is the final. The Orioles take the 3rd game of the series as John Lester and the Red Sox lose this one. Tom Caron, a frustrating night from Fenway.